From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey, I'm Shawn Mendes.
This is Selena Gomez.
Drizzy Drake.
Taylor Swift.
Post Malone.
Camila Cabello.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Right here. Turn up.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
I can feel
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. I just Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
$20,000. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that? This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat.
Shout out to anybody who has ever fought that hellish parking lot at Ikea to literally just walk in through the exit door and get a hot dog and then leave. Shout out to anybody.
So you're shouting out to me.
Yeah, man.
I've done that.
Shout out to you. Shout out to anybody who has ever made that run. The hot dog run at Ikea. It's one of the greatest joys we have left in this world.
I knew I was driving past Ikea, the one at Leslie and Shepherd.
Yeah.
I was on the 401. I, on purpose, got off the 401 at Leslie just to go into Ikea. I bought 2 hot dogs, ate them both as I'm walking back to the car, just get back on the highway and go home.
Good for you, man. I'll tell you, we don't often in our lives anymore. We'll get to the news in a second, but this is important. We're talking hot dogs. Well, there's not many in our lives. There's not many sort of instances, like practical instances. Online, we see great deals all the time. But when you're actually walking around in the world, there's very few things where you're like, God, that is it's too good of a deal to pass up. The IKEA hot dog is one of the last.
I agree.
One of the last where it is still amazing that they will sell you a hot dog for that price. It's amazing.
I wish Ikea were open right now.
A little bit of mustard on there. And those buns.
I'd smash some of those hot dogs right now. Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
And that little bag they come in.
Man, we're so stupid. Can I go to our text real quick at 925-555?
Yes.
Because we are getting inundated.
Oh, with people who've done the hot dog run at Ikea? Like, not go to Ikea to pick up like anything else.
No.
You brave the parking lot, walk in through the exit, grab the hot dogs, and that's your entire run, right?
100% of the texts that we're getting at 925-555
yes,
are saying, not that they've done, one person said that they've done the Ikea run.
Oh, okay.
For hot dogs.
Okay.
But all the other texts, they are all saying that the Costco hot dog is better than the Ikea one.
Really?
And the deal that you get is $1.50. You get a hot dog and a drink.
Yeah.
And they would brave the lineup into Costco and the parking lot for a Costco hot dog over Ikea.
I will tell you why, for me, that I think that the IKEA hot dog is superior. One, I think it's a better hot dog. But you don't have to enter anything. The hot dogs are there beside the exit door. You don't even have to. If you go into Costco, you got to go in. You have to go into Costco, right?
But the Costco ones are awesome. My Nana goes just for lunch there for the Costco hot dog.
Yeah, no, I know. Listen, I'm not down on Costco. Like, I'm not getting down on them here.
The great hot dog debate has just taken over our phone lines, and our text lines have almost crashed.
Yeah.
One guy texted and said him and his buddy did that run, and they got 7 hot dogs each.
Yeah, you got to do that because you don't see in real life, online all the time, yes, but in real life, you don't come across something where you actually feel like you're getting a deal. It's crazy. And then I'm going through an article from 2017 where they go through the pros and cons. They do a contrast and comparison between the IKEA dog and the Costco dog. It's very detailed, by the way. They go into nutritional factors, which is going to fill you up.
Yeah.
Some people, the only criticism that I've managed to see so far based on this article, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently the Costco dog has to come with the combo. It has to be the dog and the drink. You can't just get the dog like you can at IKEA. So I don't know, but I'm still an IKEA purist. I like that style of hot dog.
The other advantage that people are pointing out with getting the Costco hot dog is that, yes, you have to battle to get a parking spot.
Oh, it's hell on earth for both of them.
You don't necessarily have to battle to get into the Costco to buy the hot dog, because you don't need to show your membership. You just go in through the exit and go straight to where they sell the food. And you get your dog. But everyone right now are saying Costco better than...
Nobody's backing me on the IKEA dog?
IKEA.
Come on.
I'm going to have to go through. Dude,
Okay,
we
that's
literally
fine.
have thousands of texts here.
Okay.
Oh, look here.
Yeah.
Okay, I got here.
Yeah.
That was literally just sent. 100% IKEA. Oh, I just got
'Cause I'll tell you
No,
my-
100% IKEA hot dogs over Costco.
Because I don't like to eat just one hot dog. I always like to have 3, right? And you can't do that with the Costco dog. It's too much.
Hey, Kiss, it's Roz Mocha.
We feel that Costco is far superior.
You do, huh?
Well, now, why do you think that the Costco hot dog is better than the IKEA hot dog?
Like, is it a better deal or is it a better hot dog?
It's a better hot dog.
Okay.
Like the Costco hot dog reminds me of like stadium dogs.
Yeah, so here's the difference, though, between the Costco and the IKEA hot dog is that the Costco ones, they are bigger.
Yeah.
I find them less of a hot dog, more of a sausage.
Yeah. See,
But they still have like the hot doggy taste.
Oh,
but
totally.
They are like the size of a sausage.
Right. See, I am an old school wiener guy, right? Like, I love a traditional sized wiener. I don't like... I don't mind, like, when you go to the ball game and stuff like that, like when you get those, like, sort of, you know, like the extra large wiener and like the poppy seed bun, that's all fine. But to me, that's not a hot dog. That's something else. To me, a hot dog is the standard size wiener, steamed or boiled, whatever you want to do. That mushy white bread bun, no fancy bun, and the thing just sort of melts in your mouth like a Krispy Kreme donut, right? To me, that's a hot dog, right? Like, I don't like a highfalutin wiener. You know, I like a very basic wiener.
Hey, what's your name on the phone?
Katie.
Katie, okay.
And I'm with my 3-year-old Tuscan. We listen to you guys every morning. We love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
So, but I will just say, we've had both, and the idea of like the simple wiener might be nice, but it's also kind of super gross. The Costco is way better.
I don't think you can go call tradition gross. You know, I don't know. Maybe you can.
Okay,
And that's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, I get you. You know, people have different needs, and for me, I prefer a traditional, just standard size wiener.
Fair enough. But if you do want a good hot dog, go to Costco, not IKEA.
I'm thinking about it, though. I'm thinking they're very close to one another. Because usually if there's a Costco in the neighborhood, you know that IKEA is not too far away.
Yeah, and I will say, Katie, along with you, everybody on text right now, 925-555, they are rallying for the Costco hot dog because of the price. It's $1.50. You get a drink, you get free refills, and it is a bigger hot dog compared to the IKEA one.
Don't make me. I've never had to do this. I've never had to use my my Montreal heritage, but don't make me rally the French in defense of the standard wiener. Okay, because if there's anything French Canadians know about, it's the appreciation for the standard size wiener. for a modest wiener, okay? They are experts in that. Trust me.
I don't know. For some reason, I think you're laughing at something else there, Katie. You need to grow up.
Because he's really arguing hard for the small wiener. I
didn't say small. I never once said small. I never once said small.
I think it's gone to a weird place and the ego has gotten involved.
You stop it. I never once said small. Okay? I said average and standard. Word small wiener never came out of my mouth.
You are what you eat.
All right.
Thanks so much for calling in today.
Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great day.
All
You
right.
too. Love you. Bye.
And just to clarify, again, for the record, small wiener never came out of my mouth.
Oh my God, I can't even.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Did you see this video of Jay-Z snatching that guy's phone out of his hand?
Oh my God, dude. That was the funniest thing ever.
What a jerk.
It happened at
Diddy's birthday party.
Here's my question about Diddy's birthday party.
Yeah.
So it was a big celebration over the weekend in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Diddy's 50th birthday. His birthday was November 4th.
Sure. I don't know, man.
What are the parameters on throwing a birthday party for yourself?
I don't know. People are weird. Why does the Queen have two? You know what I mean? Like,
I guess.
You know, when you're that big, it's, who knows? It's about, I don't know. You got to get everybody off tour. You got to get all your obligations done and everything. I don't know.
Like, is there a big group chat on WhatsApp? that he's like communicating with everyone. Hey, y'all free this weekend? You free this weekend? And then finally everyone's like, let's make it this particular weekend. Sure. 2 weekends before Christmas.
Yeah, maybe, you know what, I'm guessing it's because some of the big invites weren't available to do it sooner.
Jay-Z, Kanye, all the Kardashians.
There's a video of Jay-Z on the dance floor, and I guess Beyonce was dancing with Kelly Rowland and Saweetie. Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
And then somebody's on the dance floor and they're just like, they have their phone out and they're recording a video or taking pictures or whatever it is. But it's like their phone, it's in their hand. And then you just see Jay-Z walk over and just snatch it out of the guy's hand and he shoots him a look. Gotta be kidding me.
I wonder if it was one of those Diddy parties where you're not supposed to have a phone.
Everybody had a phone out. Everybody had a phone out.
Also, we wouldn't have seen that footage if it wasn't recorded on somebody else's phone.
Exactly. Everybody had a phone out. I would have kicked him in the shin.
Did you see, though?
If somebody walked up and snatched my phone like that, I would have kicked him in the shin.
You wouldn't have kicked Jay-Z.
Yes, I would have.
You would have kicked Jay-Z.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yep. 1,000%.
What would you have said to him?
What? Nothing. I would have kicked him in the shin.
Walk away?
Yeah.
Or you were just standing there staring at him?
I would have both. I would have walked away while staring at him.
So you're walking backwards.
Yeah. I would have walked backwards out of that situation to get myself out of shin kicking range.
Yeah.
So he couldn't retaliate. Because I don't think that you can do, like, if you get kicked in the shin, right? I don't think you can then beat somebody to a pulp. I think that the response has to be somewhat equal to the aggression, the initial aggression. So I think if I slap Jay-Z in the face, then he could pummel me, right?
Yeah.
But I think if I kick Jay-Z in the shin, he can't then
punch you in the face.
Punch me in the face. Like, I think that...
It's got to be shin for shin.
It's got to be something like that. It's got to be like shin for shin.
What's the breaking point? At what point does it change from going... First of all, it would be hilarious to watch you and Jay-Z just kicking each other in the shin.
And then you know what my favorite part would be? Is when he looks at me and like leans down and has to like wipe my shoe scuff off his tux.
But at what point does it switch from going shin for shin and then... you do something else?
No, I wouldn't do anything else. That's the message is that. Okay? The message is, listen, you and I are not going to war. We are not going to accelerate this aggression that us two,
grown adults.
Gladiators, I was going to say gladiators, okay, have right now. We're not going to accelerate this to the point of where anybody gets seriously injured or possibly killed, okay? It's going to, you snatch my phone, you know that's wrong, you got kicked in the shin, okay? Take the loss. Okay? I clearly won this battle. Now may I please have my phone?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I think that they managed to clean up all the penis fish that washed up on shore in California. I don't know if you saw this over the weekend, but Drake's Beach last week.
But when you say Drake's Beach, that's what it's called.
It's just called Drake's Beach.
Okay, it's not like...
the boy does not own a beach.
Okay.
There were thousands of penis fish that washed up onto shore. Now, they're actual called innkeeper worms, but marine biologists have given them the nickname of penis fish, I guess. I don't know.
Way to be adults, guys.
Right. Which typically live underwater and burrow themselves in mud or sand, but a recent storm whipped the 10-inch worms out of the water and onto the beach, creating what was a viral sensation over the weekend.
When you said whip them onto the beach, right? Like they weren't all flying out of the water and then hitting the beach, were they?
Yeah,
were they just like washing up?
There was like hundreds of 10-inch penis fish that were just flying out of the water.
Just flopping all over the place?
That I don't know. And I don't know if they move when they hit the beach. I don't know. And I don't know what eats them. I don't know where they sort of are in the food chain. But if you have a phone right now and you can safely look up penis fish just to see what we're talking about, 100% do it. What?
Not on a work computer.
Why not? It's a fish.
Yes. But no. That's fine. But you don't need on your work computer.
Yeah.
In the search history.
Okay.
for your IT person. Let's just say randomly, your computer gets selected by IT to run through to make sure you're not, doing any nonsense.
Right.
That you see the two words penis fish pop up in your search history.
Also, in my head right now, I'm just thinking of what all the things my computer could autocorrect fish to. That would lead to even more horrific results.
You're fired.
You're fired.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Air Transat has direct daily flights to London, England. Walk right up to Buckingham Palace, knock on the front door, the Queen will answer.
Is that what happens?
Yeah. Hey, isn't she looking for like a social media person to help look after the IG for her or something now?
The Queen
just
needs
knock on the door and ask her if you can have that job.
Please. All the museums, all the pubs, all the culture. London is just one of the most magical places on earth, okay? And when you're there, it's one of the cities where you actually feel great doing touristy things. I know that sometimes you go on vacation where you're like, I don't want to really do the touristy things. But man, when you see those double-decker buses go by, you were like, get me on that now. And I will tell you that there is no better way to experience London than on top of one of those buses.
Plus, Transat offers multi-city packages to enjoy cities in and around England. All you have to do for all these details is go to airtransat.com.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Wagwan.
So did you see this video of, who was it? Was it the Leafs?
Yeah.
But it was, the one I saw was not John Tavares.
Austin Matthews.
Was it Austin Matthews? Yeah. So where you have to stack apples. You ever stacked apples?
Never.
You've never stacked apples?
No.
Maury, have you ever stacked apples?
No, I bobbed for apples, but never stacked apples.
You ever bobbed for apples?
Yeah,
Okay,
when I was a
did.
kid.
How were you at it?
Oh, terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, I wasn't great at bobbing
Teeth,
for
use your
apples.
teeth.
So we're going to have you guys stack apples like they did in that video. What kind of apples did they use? The ones with the bumps on the bottom?
Red Delicious.
Is that what they're called?
Oh my God, guys.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite kind of apples.
My least favorite apples.
Really?
No, they're gum cutters. I hate them.
Oh,
Too
I
hard.
love Red Delicious apples so much.
So have you figured out, Maury, you've not practiced this, right, Maury?
No, of course not.
Okay, Mocha, have you practiced this at all? Okay, cool. So Mocha, why don't you go over to Maury, sit beside him, get in nice and close like. And were they on the clock when they did this video?
60 seconds.
60 seconds.
Okay, 1 minute.
Hold on. And you have to stack as many. So you guys each have in front of you, you guys have 5 apples each in a pile in front of you.
Yes.
And what you'll notice is that the apples are sort of all similarly shaped, and I think that might be difficult.
These apples are all lopsided. Come on now.
I didn't grow them. I looked in the pile for the best ones. No bruises, no little holes.
Oh, man.
Okay, so there's 5 apples each. I have a stopwatch. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3 stack. When I do, you guys do your best to try and stack as many of those apples on top of each other as you can. However you want to do that is completely up to you. Whatever strategy, this way, up, down, sideways, whatever, that is completely up to you, but feel free. So, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, stack.
Okay, so
there you go. Maury's got 2 stacked already.
I got to tell you, this is fixed. It's not fair. Maury went and bought a bunch of uneven apples. Like these 2 are disqualified.
No, you can't. Maybe less talking, more focus.
Okay, Mocha's now got 3 apples stacked.
Okay,
Maury was off to a really good start. He had 2, and then those big hands just started. Oh my God, Maury's is going to fall in 3, 2, 1, and it's going to all come tumbling down. Now, Maury, you have to make sure, Maury, that if yours falls, it doesn't knock over Mocha's apple tower.
Shush, you're breaking my strategy.
Oh, okay, yeah, because your strategy is so clear. Maury, stacking. Mocha was just going for his 5th, and the whole tower. Jenga! Okay, so Mocha's going bumps down, roundy part up, and then he's going. Are you going bump on bump, or are you going bump on round for your second apple?
2 tops together.
Yes.
And then 2 bottoms together.
That's a great strategy.
And then 2 tops.
So here's my question with stacking apples. Can you not intertwine the bumps together to sort of give it a little bit more stability?
That's like Lego. That's what I'm trying to do.
That? Yeah, but what I see, you guys are both going bumps down first. I would go roundy part down first and then go bumps on bumps to see if that works. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work.
See, the problem is that these apples are all lopsided.
Well, yeah, but no apples are perfect, though. It's the contest isn't how many perfect apples can you stack.
You're a perfect apple.
Thank you, Maurie.
Weird. Okay, 3.
Okay, Mocha's officially got 3. Mocha is now going for his 4th apple because he's officially had 3. Mocha, if you take your hands off, that's officially 4 apples. Mocha has a... Oh, yeah, you know how it goes.
Anyway. This is why it's my favorite apple. It's so good. Oh my God, I love these apples so much.
Great. So now the punishment is listening to Maurie eat?
Apple a day.
Maurie, take the sticker off, man.
Weirdo.
Yeah, Matthew's going to yell at you in 2 days when that winds up on the side of the bowl.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
8 shopping days left.
That's it, huh?
Until Christmas.
I just realized like 2 minutes ago, this is the last week before the holidays.
Yeah, dude.
Look at me. I'm a company man. I'm willing to work right straight through.
Please don't say that out loud.
I went to the mall on Friday.
Which mall?
Upper Canada.
Where's that?
Newmarket.
Is it busy? Is it one of those busy malls?
Not normally.
Yeah.
Typically, I love going there because they got nice stores, and during the day, it's relatively empty.
Yeah.
On Friday, I went there. It was maybe 11:30.
Okay.
Packed.
Friday at 11:30. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Packed. I had to park so far.
Where now? Did you know what store you had to go into, and do you know where that store is in the mall?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Ah, it's the worst.
Yeah. I
It's
knew
the worst.
So I knew exactly which parking lot I wanted to go to.
You're gonna have to
because
walk and all that
the
stuff.
entrance is
Why don't you
a couple
valet?
of steps. They don't have valet.
They don't have valet?
No.
Oh.
Well, it's like in a room full of rich people.
No way I was going to go to Yorkdale.
No.
Yorkdale is packed as it is. And I love that mall, too.
We go to Sherway, and I tell Catherine all the time, I'm like,
oh my God,
I'm
Sherway
like,
is the friggin' best, dude.
Sherway's the best. I'm like, valet. She's like, we're not valet people. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, you're not a valet person.
Ouch.
I'm like, I'd be.
You know what? I don't care. I would.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding?
Am I Honda Pilot? Hell yeah.
At
Dirty
the holidays?
Dirty car, everything,
Yes.
salt all over the windows. Of
Yes.
course I would valet.
Yes.
Can you valet a Yaris?
What's that?
Can you
Yes.
Maurie, I would valet a zip car. Okay. Like if it's
Yes.
offered, like how much do they charge for valet?
I don't even know.
I don't know. What do they charge for valet? Somebody will text us right now. What is Sherway?
925-555.
What does Sherway charge for
hold on.
valet?
Let's see.
Because I need to know if this is worth it or not.
Sherway Gardens.
Because when you valet at Sherway, it puts
Valet
you right sort of in between. I think it's right in between Joey and Sport Check. I think that's where it is.
$10.
$10. Like how
it? That's
how
Sherway.
do you say no
Hey.
to that?
Ever since Sherway did their big renovation and they added all these like new nice stores.
Yeah.
That
Bruh.
If you have not gone to Sherway, it is a different Sherway. I love that mall so
Dude,
much.
I'm telling you, we spend so much time at Sherway. It's so great. But yeah, I'm always telling Catherine, I'm like, just valet.
Yeah, who
$10 ain't
cares?
bad.
Just valet.
Yeah,
for
who
God's
cares?
sake. You know, like it's so, especially around the holidays where parking, that idea of parking and then waiting for parking and circling around and then everybody, all that stuff it just adds, it takes away for me anyway, it takes away from the little joy that you're going to get out of going into a mall and doing some Christmas shopping.
Well, last week I parked and I just created my own spot in front of a mound of snow.
Oh, you're one of
you're
those
one
guys.
of those.
I hate people like you that
Well, I'm
park in
circling
places
around.
that
I'm like, there's no spots, so I'll make
doesn't.
my own.
No, there's always a
No,
spot.
There's no such thing as making your own spot.
Yeah.
Well,
in
they
a
put the
parking
snow
lot
in
at the
what was
mall.
spots, so
Yeah.
I'll park in front of what was
Now,
spots.
if you manage to park on top of the snow, maybe I would give it to you.
Yeah.
But you know,
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right, we are days away from Christmas.
yeah, and of course, the big story leading up to the holidays in Royal Land, anyway, is that Harry and Meghan are skipping out on the Queen's Christmas, and like not
what a
only they're
diss.
skipping out on the Queen's Christmas, but they're skipping out on even like the pre-Christmas festivities. Like they're
Wow.
going to head to America early. I think they might already be there. I think they came for Thanksgiving and they're just staying. I may be wrong about that, but I think that's the story. And there's so much going on with the Queen. It's just like story on story on story. We have not checked in with her in quite a while. So I think with the holidays just days away now and all of this royal news, I think it's time that we check in with the Queen once again.
Philip, you left a Yule log in the toilet again. Hello.
Yes, Queen.
Your Majesty, how are you, my love?
I put the rum in rum-pa-pum-pum. Hello.
Now we know the holidays. Let's just start off with the sort of big story going into Christmas, which is that Harry and Meghan are not doing the Queen's Christmas. They are not doing your Christmas at the palace this year.
I was worried about who to call if the royal carriage breaks down at Christmas. I'd have to call a mistletoe.
Wow. It's a real long lead up on that one, Queen.
Bypassing that question altogether. Hey, just out of curiosity, what kind of meal is prepared for Christmas at Buckingham Palace when you get everybody together?
Philip spent too much on gifts this year. My new pet name for him is Saint Nicholas.
Can you hear us, Queen?
Yeah, she can.
Okay.
It's by choice. So when you do have everybody there and everybody's around the table, like
you almost said doo-doo.
Okay. When you do have everybody there, everybody's around the table, what's the sort of events, like the sequence of events for the night? Like, is there 5 courses? Is there just one? Is everything served at once? Is it buffet style at the palace? How does it work?
Did you know the Christmas alphabet only has 25 letters? There's no L.
Hey, Queen, is it true that during Christmas, I think it's like 7 times, you have 7 different outfit changes?
I am sold. My Christmas was the first Christmas.
Okay.
So, did you ask for anything? I mean, I know you're a woman who really has that. You literally have a room full of jewels.
Did you say ask?
No, I didn't. Your Majesty, I didn't.
Yes, Queen.
Yes, Queen. No, you literally have a room full of jewels. But do you ask for anything for Christmas in particular this year?
We have a special Christmas performer at the palace this year, you know. You might have heard of him. Elvis Presley.
I don't know who that is, but I can tell you paid too much. We know that you value your privacy, but is there anything that you do love when there is a house full of people? You know what I mean? Because
Charles.
Okay, even just Charles.
That's it.
He's the only one. What about Andrew? Does Andrew still get the invite after everything he's gone through this year, dirtbag?
Charles isn't that bright. I told him Christmas was around the corner, and he went down the hall looking for it.
Okay. So Charles is your favorite then, obviously, over Andrew, right?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kiss you.
Kiss you who?
All I want for Christmas is you.
Hi. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, Queen. Thank you for joining us on the Roz Mocha Show again. We'll check in with you in the new year.
People who are scared of Father Christmas, claustrophobic.
Yes, Queen.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
So, Madison, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I have to take my cat to the vet for the 4th time this week. Do you have any advice?
Yes.
What do you mean?
What happened to your cat?
Yeah.
Just kind of a health issue, being like a bowel thing. I don't know how to put it.
Is he going to be okay or no? Like, what do you need tips on?
Any kind of positive thoughts, anything like that. I haven't been able to sleep, basically.
Yeah, it sucks. We just had
he's like my child. Like, I'm one of those people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Don't say unfortunately. It's a very nice thing that you care so much about about your pet, because there are a lot of people in this world who just treat them as pets. And I think, Roz being a cat owner, myself being a dog owner, I think it's important that we celebrate our animals and treat them more than just animals.
Yes. But they are they are not children though, okay?
No, they're still dumb animals.
Yeah, they're
gonna throw up on your bed and on your couch.
It is not
and,
a child.
Destroy stuff in the house.
You know my cat.
Yeah. I would say we just lost one of our cats, and
I'm sorry.
and it sucked. It was the worst. She was super young. She wasn't even 2 years old, and she just had some sort of catastrophic illness that took her down within 2 hours, and we had to put her down 2 hours after that, and it was awful. Going through this stuff sucks, and I know you just get so attached to these dumb little things. And I will say this though, as hard as this is for people, when it comes to animals, there's no sort of OHIP or insurance that is affordable that most people even have for animals. And I would say that if you're dealing at long-term complications, like when we brought our cat in, when we brought Coco in, the doctor was telling us that they could transfer her to a specialty hospital in downtown Toronto, and they could give her 24-hour care and do all these sort of things. And at that point, you're looking at $10,000.
I got a quote for $12,000. You're talking about things like that, and I was just beside myself.
And at that point, if the inevitable is going to happen,
well, that's the thing,
to your
right?
pet. Like, who are you spending
that would prolong it exactly?
Like, who are you doing that for? Yourself or for the well-being of your pet?
You have to.
That's kind of what I'm scared of going into today.
You got to, like, if he's really sick, you got to look at your little buddy, and you just sort of have to come to terms with the fact that, what is it worth it for him to live out an extra, few months, but in pain, and he's not himself, and he can't jump on the couch anymore, and he's not going to eat.
He still is he's a very active boy, but I'm not hypochondriac with myself, let alone with him.
It's really hard.
He can't tell me if he's in pain, right?
No, that's the problem. But the doctors can let you know. They and listen to the vets. They believe me. When you go into those vets, they have no other side to them. They have no ulterior motive. If they're going to give it to you straight, because they only do that because they love animals, and they're not going to try and milk you for money. And if you say to a vet, just give it to me straight, they're going to give it to you straight. And just listen to your vet. And I will say this: don't go broke. Trying to keep your kitty alive for an extra couple months. It doesn't help him. It doesn't help you. It's tough.
It's funny. I've been listening to you guys for so long that nobody else could probably calm me down more than what you guys both just told me right now.
Yeah. Aww. Yeah. And then we got a new cat too.
Oh, I appreciate it though.
Oh, nice.
I know.
Already. I mean, you have to, though. Yeah. You have to. That's wonderful.
I would.
And I'll tell you, this one's bonkers, man.
What's this kitty's name?
Moo.
Moo?
But like the dress, like MUU. So this cat, our other cats, like when they're hungry, they're like, "Hey man, I'm a little hungry. How about you feed me?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I go and get their food, and then they eat, and that's that. But this one, the baby, is like, I walk into the kitchen, and instead of going, "Hey Pops, how about some breakfast?" he's the kind of cat that crawls up my leg, like to my ass. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
to slap you in the ass and be like, get it in gear.
I look down, and it's like a furry little hip sack, like a fanny pack on me, only that's trying to bite me. Right? Like that's the one that we have now. Aww. So anyway, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You just love that little guy until you can't anymore. Okay?
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Huh?
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Oh my God. Shut up.
Is this Sarah?
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Sarah!
Oh, thank you! Oh my God. I'm literally sitting beside my boyfriend right now. He must have told you.
Oh, I don't know if your boyfriend got in touch with us and asked us to call you.
This is so funny.
What's going on? How are you? What are you doing for your birthday?
I'm just grabbing a coffee right now and then go head into work.
What are you doing to celebrate your big day?
Just hanging out with friends tonight. Probably just, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm so shocked right now. You make me nervous.
Oh, who's making you nervous, Roz or Mocha?
Roz.
Oh, do you have a crush on Roz?
No.
Yeah, you're only saying that because your boyfriend's...
don't say it like that.
Because your boyfriend's in the car. I think you have a crush on Roz, Sarah.
I have a crush on both of you.
Yeah, Now you just trying to play fair. Okay.
That should make your boyfriend even more nervous, having a crush on Mocha. You know what I'm saying?
He likes Mocha, so he's not too nervous.
Mocha rules.
Oh, shush up, you. It's not your birthday. We didn't call you. We called Sarah.
Well, listen, Sarah, thank you very much for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you for making me laugh every day to work.
Before we sing happy birthday to you, because that's what we want to do, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh! No. Roz.
Yeah, I knew it.
I'm sorry.
I can tell.
I knew it. Yeah.
I knew this was
I thought I would keep it even because my boyfriend's favorite's Mocha, so...
Why does your boyfriend like Mocha better?
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, because you're brown. I knew that.
All right. One time for Sarah's birthday.
You know what I mean? Hey, Maurie, get in here. What are you doing?
2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sarah. We love you.
I love you too.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Maurie. Has your phone been ringing off the hook?
I don't know. I forwarded all my calls to my agent.
Stop it.
You mean Hollywood? Hollywood hasn't been calling you all morning?
Hollywood has not been calling.
Okay, it's still early there. We got time. They're all just...
True.
They're all just waking up.
A 3-hour time difference? Yeah.
Maurie has appeared on television shows in the past because Maury's, as we know, his ultimate dream was to be a background actor.
Yeah, I just want to be silent on camera.
Right, on shows. Maurie wanted to be the guy in the cafe reading a newspaper who knocks it out of the park, where they're like, man, that is the greatest extra we've ever seen. And it didn't work out for him. It didn't work out. His agent fired him. Like, it just, nothing worked out.
And typically, you would fire your agent.
Yes.
If you had an agent and your agent wasn't getting you gigs.
Yes. There would be, the agent realized there's no way that I can make money off this individual.
Because she sent me to an audition to be a leprechaun.
Right.
That you can even get.
And then Maurie turned his attention to like celebrity guest spots, right? And so far, Maurie, God, you did Private Eyes with Jason Priestley and Cindy Sampson.
Yeah.
You did an episode of Murdoch Mysteries with Yannick, who's the best, by the way. You did the Frankie Drake Mystery Show.
Yeah.
And so what did you do now?
This past weekend, I don't know if you noticed I was away. I was in St. John's, Newfoundland.
I don't know if you noticed. How would he notice? Because you guys hang out so much. He's wondering why you didn't call to hang out this weekend.
There was all those moments where I was with my family where I was like, where's Maurie? No, I didn't.
Yeah, I was in St. John's, Newfoundland, pretending to be an orderly on Hudson and Rex.
Oh, that show with
I
the
love
dog.
that show, yeah.
Yeah.
The detective and the canine, the German Shepherd.
I got to meet the dog.
He's great, that
Hey,
dog.
how
His
many
real
dogs?
name's Diesel.
Do they have more than one?
3 dogs.
3 of them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
One's
crazy.
the main dog and 2 do all the stunts.
Look at Maurie blowing Hollywood secrets.
Yeah. I just asked, like, listen, don't elaborate.
Oh, yeah, shush.
Yeah, man. Come on. Just look at your contract, Holmes. So what were you doing on this show? Because we know in the past, you delivering lines has sometimes gone well, sometimes not gone well, right?
Yeah. I think I did all right. So Hudson is in the hospital because he hurt himself, okay? His leg's in a cast. And I'm bringing him his food. And he asks me, even though I'm the orderly, he wants me to check his cast for him.
Okay. Oh, so you play an orderly?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Roll sound.
9, take 1.
Alpha Mark.
Bravo. Perfect. Action.
Excuse me, can I get another brownie?
It's 1 per patient, and you haven't even eaten that one yet.
Listen, before you go, could you check my cast?
Well, I am studying to become a doctor. Let's look at your chart.
Great.
Just as I thought. Lateral malingus.
Malleolus.
That's what I said. Malingus. Malingus.
No,
yeah.
Close.
Oh, come on, dude. Is that blood? Oh. Okay. Keep it immobilized. Orderly's orders.
It's already in a cast.
I don't even know. That couldn't have been the script.
That was
just as I thought.
To go off script a little bit.
Lateral malingus.
I can tell you what part was not written. Dude. So how was your experience on the show?
Can I just say that was one of the coolest experiences ever.
Yeah.
The staff, they're so friendly. It's the St. John's people. They're so wonderful.
Yeah. Now, are you when you listen back to that, Maury, are you proud of your work?
I was mouthing along. I was so happy.
Just as I thought.
Here we go.
Lateral malingus.
And Maury, honestly, though, Maury, I'll tell you the only problem with this is that you probably just on the outside of award show consideration.
Hudson Rex, Tuesday nights at 8 on City.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Adam Driver walked out of an interview with NPR, which is weird because NPR are like the nicest people ever. Because they played a clip of him singing from the Netflix movie Marriage Story. He was singing a song from I think it was Sondheim's musical company. And there's one scene near the end of Marriage Story where Adam Driver, his character, sings.
Somebody hold me too close. Somebody hurt me too deep.
And I guess Adam Driver has this thing where he never goes back and watches. You can leave this playing. Never goes back and watches his stuff, as I mean, a lot of people do. And years ago on the same show, like 3 or 4 years ago on the same show, he said, "I've watched myself or listened to myself before, then always hate it." He goes on to say, "And then I wish I could change it, but I can't. And I think I have like a tendency to try and make things better or drive myself and the other people around me crazy with the things I wanted to change or I wish I could change." So they told him that they were going to play this. And as they told him they were going to play this, they said, "Hey, listen, just take your headphones off," because they weren't in the same city. So they were the hosts.
I thought they were in the same studio.
The hosts were in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Adam Driver was in New York.
Okay.
So they said to him, "Hey, listen, we know you don't like to hear your own stuff. So we're going to play this song and then take your headphones off and then we're going to come back and talk about it." And then I guess they played the song. He took his headphones off and just walked out of the room.
Yeah.
and never came back.
You know what though?
What a weirdo.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of with Adam Driver on this. I get it.
I get it too, but I get it. I will never go back and just like listen to stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like I get that, but just the idea that taking your headphones off, turning the volume down, completely avoiding everything, and then coming back on and having a conversation. That's what normal people do. Normal humans, okay, don't walk out of a room and leave somebody hanging because they played a clip from a movie they're in while you're an actor. That's not normal behavior. On any level.
Maybe he felt weird knowing that they played the clip.
Get over it.
And I don't know. I'm with Adam Driver on this. I kind of agree with him.
No, you're not. You don't.
Yeah, I do.
You do
I'll
not
tell
agree
you
with
why.
him. I'll tell you, you don't agree with him.
But you
don't.
can't tell me what I
Yes, I
think
can.
and what
Yes, I
don't
can,
think.
because you're not that guy.
I'll tell you why.
You're not that guy. You
when
would
our
never
show,
do that.
So on Saturdays, for example, when our show is on the radio at 9 a.m., right? Roz and Mocha Reloaded.
Yeah.
If it's on, like in the car, I won't listen to it.
No, that's fine. But if you go to somebody's house and they play it,
I feel so weird.
Okay, would you leave?
I wouldn't leave.
You
but
don't agree with Adam Driver.
I wouldn't leave.
You don't agree with Adam Driver.
It makes me feel extremely
100%.
uncomfortable.
That is normal.
It makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't like listening around other people.
Absolutely.
I won't listen to the show.
I'm with you on that. That part is normal behavior.
Like,
it's
I'll tell
a
you
little
right
weird,
now,
embarrassing. But you don't walk out without explanation. Because somebody played a clip.
I don't walk out.
Right.
But I agree with Adam Driver feeling uncomfortable in that situation.
If you're on breakfast television, right,
Yes.
and you're sitting there with Dina, and they come back from break, and they play a clip of this show, you're getting up and leaving?
I would never do that. No,
he would, and
No,
he did.
I wouldn't do that.
Right. That's why I'm saying
So
you
I
as a
agree
person.
I agree with his
Feelings. Yes.
That's what I
absolutely.
agree with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
agree
I'm
with
with
those
you on
feelings.
that, but I know you're not that guy.
Like, for example, at my barbershop,
Yeah.
they listen
Do you guys just sit around and gossip at the barbershop? What do you talk about? I need to know this.
what do we, Julian and I, we talk about like Marvel
Your wives
stuff.
and stuff?
No.
Oh, no?
We just talk movies and sports.
Oh, really? Yeah.
We talk Star Wars. We talk Marvel, Netflix.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't get into like the relationship stuff?
Never.
No?
No.
Interesting. Barbershops are different than hair salons, huh?
Never. No, but they listen. So, for example, they'll listen to the show, right?
Yeah.
Like in the barbershop.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get up in the middle of a haircut and walk out.
No.
I'll be like, peace out, Julian.
Right. Half a haircut. Walk around looking like Maurie for 2 weeks. I'm kidding.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Lily, it's Roz and Mocha.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. You wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fix my life. My boyfriend recently went back to school and we started a long-distance relationship. He is very particular with how his social media accounts look and doesn't want to put our relationship on social. Should I be worried?
Wow. So, Lily, how old are you?
27.
27. And you guys have been dating for how long?
Almost 4 years.
And when you say long distance, where is he living and going to school now?
So he's about like 2.5 hours away from Toronto.
Okay.
So it's not that long.
But you're not seeing him every day.
No,
Right.
exactly.
I gotcha.
Now, when you say that he's very particular about his social media, not wanting to show your relationship or his relationship on there, has that always been the case or only since he started going to school 2 hours away?
Well, ever since we've been dating, there has been one photo of us throughout the duration of our relationship.
Right.
But ever since he started, I don't know if you know this, but on Instagram, you can now like archive your photos. So sometimes he'll like archive our photo together, and then when I notice, he'll say that like, oh, I'm just cleaning up my social media, and then like he's like, oh, but I'll put it back.
So when you say he's very particular about it, like does he use his sort of social platform to promote something? Like, is it very specific? Like, I know, like, let's say that somebody's a photographer where their entire social feed is basically just photos, beautiful photos they've taken in order to get work. Or does he like work on cars and everything he does is like a shot of an engine? Like, so he has a regular social stream. Like it's pictures of him doing fun things, right?
Yes.
But the only fun thing that he does that's not on there is you.
Exactly.
Right.
It's mostly just him and his friends.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked him though, like, why are there no pictures of us on there? Like, you have all these other fun photos with your dudes.
And what does he say? What does he say?
He said he doesn't look good in any of the photos we take.
Oh, come on. After 4 years of dating, Lily?
Okay. I'm just going to burn through some things here, okay? Reasons why he may not want to put you on social media, right?
Okay.
One, because he's dating somebody else, okay?
Okay.
Two, he's like trying to date somebody else. Three, he's like, I don't know, like he wants to keep your relationship a secret for some weirdo reason. Or four, and this is a big one for people, and even though you've been together for years, okay, is that maybe he doesn't want the ex to see his new girlfriend. Even though you've been dating for years, he's still hung up on some other woman that he doesn't want to sort of play his hand that he's fully moved on.
Okay. But can I say something, though?
Sure, it's your life.
Okay, we also recently bought a place together.
Oh my God. Okay.
So this is why I'm not really sure, because we recently bought a place together right before school started. So he knew that he was going to school, and then we bought a place together, and he still tries to come home like every weekend. That's why like I'm really on the fence.
But, you know, on the flip side of things, it's just social media, right?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
do you hang out with his friends? Like when okay. So it's not like he's keeping you a secret from his life where you don't know his family, you don't know who his friends are, you've never met them or hung out with them before.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're alone with him, do you feel that he is 100% invested in this relationship? Or do you get the feeling that he still has the door open a little tiny bit?
I don't. The only reason why I would is because of the whole like social media thing, but I don't know if I'm just like influenced by the fact that like, you know, people post a relationship on social media and like my partner doesn't, therefore he's doing something bad. Like, I don't want to think like that.
How does he feel when you post stuff of the two of you on social media?
But I don't do it. I don't do it because I'm petty. Like I feel like if you're not doing it,
okay, so you guys are at some some weird standoff, man.
Oh God, Lily.
Okay.
Listen, you know what? I don't think that guy's cheating on you. I don't think he has anything to hide. I think y'all are just nuts together.
Like it. Like,
I don't know. Honestly, there's a weirdness to this. There is the fact that it's excuse after excuse after excuse. So he's never taken one picture of you where he feels that he looks good. And he would post that on social, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's so super weird. And then the fact that you guys will go out and do something and he won't post about it, but then he'll go out with other people and do something and post about it. That's weird. It's weird. And I'm not saying that you should judge a relationship based on how the perception of it is on social. I'm not saying that being Instagram official is the marker of any successful relationship. But when you get into situations like this, it's weird.
Yo, Lily.
Yeah?
I'm going to bleep this, but what is his IG? I'm going to look him up real quick.
He's private.
Boo. Okay, what's your IG? What's yours?
I'm private too.
Lily.
Okay, he only has 4 posts, and every time he posts
4 posts.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Lily! Okay, we just wasted all this time. You should have told us from the beginning that he only has 4 posts.
No. Okay, but he never always had 4 posts. Like ever since he started school, he just started archiving all his old stuff.
And
so is he trying to start like a new life with all these new friends that he has at school?
Sounds like it.
That's why I'm worried because like ever since this whole school started, like, you know, like he's more like socially aware.
It's like his second shot.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird.
okay, now it's kind of weird. Now it's kind of weird.
It's been weird since the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank
All right,
you.
Lily.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you so much.
Weird.
Sorry we didn't help. I guess you're on your own.
All right.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
My hands are like super dry because of this.
What do you do,
nasty
huh?
weather. Bro, I have so much lotion on me all the time.
What do you use? Out of curiosity.
Everything. I have
I was reading something the other day. Didn't it say the other day that? Oh no, that's never mind.
What? Lotion's bad for you? Don't tell me that.
No, I confused coconut oil with cocoa butter.
Oh. I have
What do you use?
a little
I'm curious.
travel thing, like a vino and stuff.
Let me ask you, how much do you use, do you think? Because you do full body lotion when you get out of the shower, right?
Oh, yeah. I buy like
you do butt cheeks and everything? And
Everything,
I'm
yeah.
not trying to be sexy.
Yeah.
But like you do butt cheeks and everything.
I
Really?
keep
huh?
everything moist. Not moist, but like
What about
lotion.
What about underarms?
I use just deodorant.
But no lotion.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's the weird thing.
I need to. Look how dry they are here.
Your elbows?
Like, they're so bad. I never
You know
put
what's
anything
funny?
I
on.
didn't see any dry skin.
Your hands are like super greasy all the time. How do your elbows get dry?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess because all of the liquid goes to the
Because he
ends.
doesn't wash either of them. That's clearly
Oh,
the
yeah,
reason.
that's true. You always eat
feel
greasy
it's like
stuff.
sand.
No, but
I'm
I
not
keep
touching your elbow.
like,
Don't try and
in my
get
lunch
the
bag
out
right
there,
now.
okay? Yeah. So,
I have a travel thing of lotion in my jacket.
do you do between the toes? Like
Yep.
how far down the leg do you go?
All the way. I do
All
feet.
the way.
Yeah, I get my feet and I get like my toes and stuff
Do
in
you
between.
stand when you? To me, this
No,
sounds
when I
like
do my feet,
it takes
I'm
too
sitting.
much time.
I'm sitting
What,
on
are
the
you sitting naked on the bathroom floor?
No, on the toilet. Like
Okay,
with the
so-
lid down.
okay, but so-
not naked. Like so my feet
What
I
do you
lotion
start
last.
with? Okay, so you start with what when you're lotioning up?
Chest
Okay.
and stomach, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then I do arms.
Yeah.
And I do legs,
Right.
like my thighs, and
Butt.
everything, butt
cheeks.
and
then
then
you
I
put
do
undies on?
and then I do shins and calves.
But are you standing when you do shins and calves?
Yeah, and then I put undies on.
How do you do that?
And
how
then
do you how do you stand? I mean, I can't touch my
not
toes.
hard.
But But how do you?
You can't touch your toes?
No.
You can't touch your toes?
No.
I can't touch my toes.
You can't touch your toes. Well, you work out every day. You can't touch your toes?
No.
but you can touch
I've never been able to touch my toes, man.
Let me see. Wow, you really don't know how to touch your toes?
Look at me, man. I got legs for
You can't.
Roz, try.
months.
Try.
No, I can't touch my toes.
Hold on. Let me come over there for a second.
No, I can't.
Maybe
dude.
your arms aren't long
I can't
enough.
touch my toes. My arms are plenty long. Just
can't
not long
do
enough
this.
to touch my own
Like
toes.
if you were to stand up, right?
Yeah.
You can't do this.
No.
At all?
No, not even close.
Like that?
No. No, Mocha's bending over right now. He can touch the floor. Can you touch the floor?
Yeah.
God, you're a freak. No, I can't. Not at all. Watch. Here, I'll stand up. I'll show you. Talking to this microphone so the
I'm so
the
surprised.
alarms don't go off.
Well, do you and Maury? You don't know how to touch your own toes.
It's not that I don't know how. I understand the process of how to touch my
You just
toes.
can't do it.
Thank you.
Okay. So Roz is.
So watch. I will, and I'm gonna absolutely do my best.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll absolutely do my best. So watch.
That's all I ask.
So here, feet shoulder width apart.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh, you're almost there, dude.
What if I push?
Oh my God, almost there.
Push his back.
And I'll tell you now.
Are you having a heart attack?
What's that?
You just put your hand on your chest.
Yeah. I'll tell you what winds up happening is internally, everything starts to really hurt.
Come on, man.
Like the pleasure that I just would have got from touching my own toes is not worth the pain that I'm now feeling inside.
Somebody call 911.
It's not good.
Here we go.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Podcast.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Fabian. What's up, bro?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Christmas just
Yeah,
around the corner. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Am I ready?
Yeah.
Of course I'm ready.
Fabian, you grow your own weed.
Absolutely.
Do you ever, like legally, you're allowed to?
Yes.
So with Christmas just around the corner, Christmas just a few days away, do you ever gift people? Oh,
No.
You don't
No.
at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
Does that go against the rules?
No, it doesn't go. Oh, no. It's perfectly legal to give away 30 grams, right? But, man, like, if I give somebody some herb, then I'm out of my herb. So there's no point. You know what I mean?
Not even for Christmas. You don't want to just, like, spread the love.
No, I'll smoke the love with everybody.
Oh.
I just won't give.
Gotcha.
Just because then it takes from me. You know what I mean? And I don't want to take from me.
Hey, do you have special holiday herb?
I'm going to, yes. I have a batch of ice cream I'm sitting and holding on waiting until Christmas.
Ooh, it's called ice cream. And what do you do?
It's called ice cream.
Smoke that only on Christmas Day? Or is that like sporadically throughout the holiday season?
I'm going to start smoking it the 20th.
You got it all planned out, huh?
Wait, tomorrow?
Yes, starting tomorrow. I'll start smoking it because I'm on holidays from tomorrow.
Okay, and then how long is the this ice cream weed gonna last?
Oh man, not long. A couple days, and then I gotta go. I'm on the hunt to grab some more, just so that I know that I have some good weed to smoke. Cause
Okay.
you know it might be all sold out.
What do you smoke on Christmas Day?
Christmas Day depends what I have. If I have something fire, then I'll smoke that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just try. Like I said, I'm shopping around right now, looking for the best of the best right now, so I could just stock up for the holidays.
And then do you have a special weed that you smoke on New Year's Eve?
Yes, anything that's good, I roll it in a blunt, and we're good to go.
Can I just pause you for 1 second, Fabian?
Sure.
Do you have a special weed that you smoke just on Mondays?
Yeah, something light.
Yeah, okay. See, yeah. We could, honestly, Mocha, we could have gone through, we were like 4 days into to asking 365 questions that he would have said yes to.
Yes, Damnit Maurie.
Do you leave special brownies out for Santa?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because he knows when you are smoking. He knows when you are baked.
All right, Fabian, we gotta go. Merry Christmas. Love you lots, bro.
Hey to you guys. I love you guys. Happy New Year. If I don't talk to you, you guys are awesome, and I'll talk to you in the New Year.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kat and Nat are two moms from Toronto who built an empire on real talk and a sense of community with other moms and women around the world. They host events. They got a podcast. They're on Facebook Live every single day. They have a massive following on Instagram and have a #1 selling book out right now called Mom Truths. Kat and Nat in the house. What's up?
I want you to live at my house every time I walk in the door.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
So you're both dads.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
How old are your guys' kids? kids?
Roxy is 9, going to be 10 in January.
Oh my God.
We are in the same world.
I told my mom that I was coming here today, and she's like, "Oh, I like that, Roz. I watched a show where he bought a cottage. He was with a girlfriend. I wonder if he married her."
No. Okay, so here we go. No, so Mocha's married. I am not married. I was married previously, but that doesn't count. It was like start a marriage.
It was practice?
Yeah, it was practice. You were young, and we were engaged for like...
I believe in those.
Is that the one that you had your kid with?
No. My girlfriend now is Catherine, is who we had the kid with.
Oh.
And so no, I'm not married, and it's not that I'm against. Like, I have no problem with people getting married. Yeah. But I just don't like people in my business. And to me,
a wife is in your business?
No,
attending your wedding?
No. Like, I don't. Like, here's my thing. Having gone through a divorce, right? Having gone through a divorce, what drove me most crazy about divorce, it wasn't the heartbreak. It was having to go ask people permission and pay money to end my relationship.
Fair.
Right? And I found that to be incredibly invasive, where everybody was upset and nobody would, like, we still felt great about each other, but to end a relationship, we needed lawyers.
Yeah.
And neither of us wanted to do that. And so getting into a marriage, like, to me, I have no problem. I love weddings, right? Like, I love going to a wedding, everything else. I just can't go to City Hall and get a permission slip to get married in the same place I have to get one to put a toilet into my house, right? Like, to me, they just have no I don't want that kind of business in my life.
That's fair.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
You also love leaving weddings early.
I love leaving weddings early.
Really? Not that I'm hurt by it or anything. But
what time was you?
Yo, Ross left my wedding at like 10 o'clock.
10
p.m.
10 o'clock, yeah.
Why?
My wedding reception was super lit. We had like performers and everything.
Why
And
did
Ross
you leave?
dipped at like 10 o'clock.
Why?
Yeah, I'm done with weddings. I don't know. It's not.
You said you love them.
No. I would have one. I just don't mean legally would I ever have one.
Yeah,
right?
no. You know what's bad?
You don't like to have fun at night.
When I started going to my friends' second weddings is when I was like, come on now.
Yeah. Oh, we feel the same way about baby showers. Like 2, number 3.
But my brother just got his cards read, and
what does that mean?
Like a psychic.
Oh, okay.
And she
Do
let
you guys
him,
believe in that stuff?
Of course.
Do you really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ghosts.
Is that bad?
The whole thing.
No.
Oh God, I'm in a room with a bunch of ghost believers.
Yeah, and I live right beside
I don't
a
believe in
cemetery.
ghosts.
No, so she said that someone in his family is going to get a divorce.
Oh.
And my older brother's super religious and would never. So that leaves me.
Oh wow.
I'm not
Wait, how long have you been married for?
like 13 years.
Oh, okay. But you're not going down.
Never
that road.
too late.
I mean, life is long. Who knows?
What's the last thing you and your husband fought about?
I know.
Do you really?
I know. Do you not know?
I know,
what
you guys are best friends.
No,
You know each other
girls
since-
talk about everything.
Okay, like what's everything?
Everything.
Like, okay, so
like
Kat
how
and Nat,
long you have sex for, like quick everything.
How quickly after a situation personally between you and your husband happens, do you then run to the other person and say, "Hey, get
sometimes during.
Come on,
no, all women. I'm telling you, but I believe it makes for a better relationship because if you have a good friend, they'll balance you rather than jump off the deep end with you. So you feel like I'm normal. I don't hate you. I just don't like you at the moment. You know, because sometimes when you're not on the same page as your spouse or partner, you feel like, oh, I hate you.
It's also good if your friend likes your spouse or your partner, so that she's a little bit on his side too. She's not trying to, make you get a divorce.
Right.
So
it's helpful.
Hey, I want to know about the business side of Kat and Nat, because you've been friends since forever.
Ninth grade.
Teenagers, ninth grade.
Yeah.
How long ago did the business side of things start?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. And it started as
like a local Toronto moms group. There wasn't a place for moms to hang out without their kids and have a cocktail and, be able to just be women and talk about stuff. And so it was like, we used to host these events. Then we brought in experts. And then people were like in other cities, I want to come to your club. And we're like, well, we can't be in other cities and we can't franchise it because we were the hosts. So then we started just do it online. And we did it before live streaming was a thing. We found this guy out of Germany that had this software that could live stream through YouTube.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What you had to do?
And then a year later, Facebook Live became a thing. And so we'd already
and
been
you guys
doing
are
it
on
for a year.
Facebook Live every
day.
single day.
Yeah.
So we were already doing it, and then YouTube videos and all of it. It just
And then you also have the #1 best-selling book.
Hey-o.
And you have 2 podcasts.
We
as
have
well?
one. We just ripped the audio off of our
Okay,
Facebook
because
Live.
I know there's Chit Chat with Kat and Nat.
That's
Look at
Facebook
you.
Live.
Right? And then
Yes.
Mom Truth.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
needed to go unconventional because we're pretty inappropriate in terms of no one talks about what we talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So we went our own. The minute we kept getting no's, we're like, we'll do our own thing.
Yeah.
And that's how it all started.
Who's the first person that came to you guys and was like, hey, hold on a second here. You have something really, really amazing going on. I do this for a living and I'm very good at it. And let me help you make some serious money and turn this into something great.
Just us.
Yeah,
Really?
But you have all these people. You have all these people.
find all these people.
Who recognized what you guys were doing and wanted to be a part of it that was
Today
not
Show. Today Show.
the Today Show?
They were
That was Jenna Bush, right? She came to visit.
They picked us up before Canada did.
Yeah.
So Canada
Wow.
was like, thank you next. Tracy Moore actually was a big
City
supporter.
Line, yeah.
Yeah, City
Yeah.
Line. She was huge. And then the Today Show really stepped in and was like, we love you. And they kept putting us on the Today Show. And then Canada, as they do.
It's the way it happens. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
This has been wonderful. Kat and Nat, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We had so much fun. Book, tour, website is catandnat.com.
.ca. Someone owns
Oh, sorry, .ca, catandnat.ca.
I know.
A-holes.
And they do nothing with it.
They don't want to give it up.
No.
Yeah, but why can't your lawyer say that? You can't
We
just
are.
squat, right?
We're trying.
You're not allowed to do that.
We're trying.
Yeah.
At Cat and Nat on Instagram, Twitter, search for Cat and Nat on YouTube, Facebook as well. You guys have your Facebook Live every single day.
Yeah.
What
TikTok?
else am I missing? TikTok? To
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Okay. Just search for Cat and Nat. They're taking over the world. Thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
It was awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hi, it's Roz and Mocha. What do you want to say?
Hey, Roz Mocha. I just wanted to say, it's very entertaining listening to you guys every morning. I just recently changed my job, and now I get to listen to you guys every morning, and it just, I'm sitting in my car and I'm driving to work, and, your comments and all your jokes that you make just, make me laugh, and it, gets my day started out really well. So I just want to say thank you guys for, all the stuff that you guys do.
Wow, man. Dude, that's so awesome. Thank you very much for listening and for sharing your morning with us. Between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
That's a tough one, but I'm going to say it's Roz.
Oh.
You were just about to say Mocha.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were. I could tell. You were just about to say my name. And at the last minute, you changed it. I could tell, man. I could tell you were
I
just
got
about to
nothing
say my name.
against you, Mocha. You're great, but I'm going to have to say Roz is my favorite.
All right. I'll take that win.
Hold on, wait. White guy or brown guy?
Brown guy.
Oh, what?
Yo, my own people are turning on me.
Race trader.
Times are changing. Times are changing.
Times are changing. Listen to this guy. Times are changing.
Oh, my man. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you guys.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't want to like that show, You, on Netflix, but I'm intrigued.
Why?
The new season drops next week.
Yeah.
And I just watched a new trailer that they released last night.
Yeah. That show was dumb, though, right?
I
But I think I
know.
watched the whole thing. Did I watch the whole thing? I think I did.
So did I. My wife and I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I
and
think
at the
I
end,
did.
we were like,
I hated
ugh.
it. I hated it.
This is so stupid.
But I watched every second of it.
I know. And then on Boxing Day, the new season comes out.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Snap.
But here's the thing that I don't know yet. And if anybody knows, because I haven't seen this.
I don't even remember how it ended. Do you know how it ended?
Oh, yeah.
How did it end? Did she die? Did he kill her?
Yeah.
Did she kill him?
Spoiler alert, she killed her, or he killed her.
He killed her.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
my
then, spoiler alert, his ex comes back into the picture.
Oh, of course.
That's how it ended.
I got you.
And then in the trailer,
Now, does his ex know he's psycho? I really don't remember the show at all.
spoiler alert, yes.
She does.
Spoiler alert, in the new
Does
trailer.
he know that she knows that he's psycho?
Yes.
He does. He knows.
So, spoiler alert, in the trailer, she's shown a lot. So, she's in season 2.
Okay.
Assuming you go by everything that you see in the trailer,
Right.
which now moves from New York to LA. They're in LA. Completely different place. He's fallen in love, quote unquote, fallen in love with somebody else. But the ex is there.
And then the ex is going to chase him down and do like a Clarice Starling sort of Silence of the Lambs kind of take down the madman.
Yeah, while he's, on the chase for somebody new, the ex is back in the picture on the chase for him. Spoiler
Remember when
alert.
people thought that show was hot? And it was so infuriating.
Yeah. Yeah.
So infuriating. And even the characters in the show, I remember I yelled a lot while watching that show.
Did you?
I yelled at the television a lot. I'm like, why are you cool with this guy just being in your home like this?
I was watching, when we were watching the show.
Also, why don't you I don't know. It was super weird.
Why don't you have window curtains?
Why don't you have curtains on your windows? You live on the first floor, you dingbat.
In New York City.
Yeah. Like all this stuff. I got to go rewatch it again because I know
don't
No,
do it.
because here's my
You'll
problem.
ruin your life.
My problem is this, is that I know that I yelled a lot at the show.
You just can't remember?
And I was so passionate about my disdain for it, even though I watched every single episode. I've forgotten why I hated it. You know what I mean? Like I forgot the details of why I didn't like it.
Well, he was just so weird and creepy.
Maybe it's, I think it's because
the reaction for the show was just like everybody loved him.
Yeah, I think
Right?
that's what it
But
was.
doesn't it also count that he was so attractive?
No, it doesn't more. Not at all. No, he was a stalker.
I know, but people were talking about how attractive he was.
Doesn't matter though. You got to get past that.
Here's the one thing that I don't know what Netflix is doing. And if anybody knows, feel free to text 925-555. But I don't know if on December 26th, when season 2 of You drops, if they're releasing all the episodes or if they're just going to do weekly episodes or maybe like 2-3 episodes.
Well, because here's the thing, wasn't it? It was originally on a different network, and then Netflix picked it up and reran it, right?
It was originally, it ran its full course on like Lifetime or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Back in last year, September.
And then so Netflix
it ran
picked
its
it up.
full course, and then Netflix picked it up last Christmas.
I think Netflix is still. I think it's going to drop all at once.
Yeah,
you would know right now if they were not.
I guess.
You can assume that all episodes of the new season of You.
I don't want to like this show, but I know I'm going to watch every single episode next week.
Well,
I know it.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It was 30 years ago today, Roz, that The Simpsons debuted as like a full-fledged 30-minute television show.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched The Simpsons in about 20 years.
Really?
No.
Still going on strong. Longest running scripted TV show.
Yeah, it's crazy. Have they announced that it's going to end? Have they done that? No?
No, they're renewed right till the end of, I believe, 2021 right now.
They'll just renew again.
And then they'll just renew again.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But it's funny when you think back to when the show first started, like it's the same voices, but like the voices sounded way
different. Yeah.
Way different.
Yeah.
So from episode 1, season 1 was when Homer was it was their Christmas episode. He was trying to figure out what to get the family because he wasn't going to get his Christmas bonus.
Right.
Marge, let's see. Ooh, look, pantyhose, practical and alluring. A six-pack, only $4.99. Ooh, that's a paper. I bet Bart can think of a million things to do with these.
Isn't that crazy?
That just leaves little Maggie. Oh, look, a little squeak toy. It says it's for dogs, but she can't read.
Isn't that crazy? It's so wild, huh?
And
doesn't even sound like him.
Even Bart, Lisa, and Marge sounded way different in the early days.
Mom, wake up. We've been robbed. What? Someone swiped my piggy bank. Your father's gone too. There he is. Don't do it.
Boy, this intersection is dangerous. Someone ought to put a stop sign here.
That's crazy.
But like Homer, I think was the one that really sounds...
Homer really sounded the most different. The most fascinating thing with The Simpsons is when you start getting into all these conspiracies of the amount of times that The Simpsons have predicted the future.
Right.
Like way before it actually happened.
Yeah.
Like they did an episode where somebody had like a device with autocorrect on it, and they did that in 94.
And don't forget
where somebody said something into this advice and it was like auto-correcting it.
They've also predicted sports outcomes.
Yeah, they had smart watches where like people were talking into watches in like 95. Gotta go through.
Didn't they also predict or semi-predict that Trump was going to be president?
Yeah, it was weird. They had Donald Trump as president in an episode like way before it actually happened.
By the way, renewed for season 31 and 32.
Wow. See? That's crazy.
They had Disney buying 20th Century Fox in 1998.
Holy, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
Right?
I love it. I love every time something like monumental in the world happens.
Yeah.
The headline that you read like later that day or the next day is episode this, season this, The Simpsons predicted.
Yeah. They predicted a Nobel Prize winner on their show.
Oh my God.
Before it happened. They predicted Lady Gaga's Super Bowl halftime show.
Wow.
In 2012 and had her like flying in like she did.
Yeah.
The same way she did it.
Weird.
But yeah, no, all of the Donald Trump stuff is so crazy. Like if you go back and like actually do a deep dive into what the Simpsons predicted, like the future things that they did on episodes, it's nuts. Like there's people out there that think that Matt Groening is a time traveler.
You think I
Dude,
that
I'm
kind
not
of YouTube
listen,
time?
Yeah, you got that kind of YouTube time. You're saying you don't have that kind of YouTube time? You have that kind of YouTube time.
I have that kind
guaranteed.
of YouTube time.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Yo, Jeff, how you doing, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Good, how are you, Mocha?
Good, buddy. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Kingston, Ontario.
Kingston, Ontario. Okay.
So, Jeff, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. My fiance and I are in the process of looking for a house to buy. And we're both first-time home buyers. We have a real estate agent who happens to also be a really good friend of ours. He is a licensed broker who works for a brokerage, but doesn't spend all his time being a real estate agent as he has another business. We've discussed the possibility of firing him as our real estate agent because we just feel that he isn't putting the time and effort into looking out for us. We feel bad because he is our friend. Should we fire him? And if so, how do we go about doing it so we don't lose a friend?
Yeah, exactly. It's an awkward situation because we are really good friends and we just don't know really where to go from here.
So what are your expectations with this entire deal, and what is he, like, as your agent, not providing you with?
So we just feel like because it's our first time buying a house that we really want some insight on different houses, and that it's a really big deal for us.
It is.
So we just feel like he should be kind of putting in a little more time into looking for the right house for us. So for instance, when he won't show us a house unless we find the house online and tell him we want a showing. Like, we just feel like there should be more that he could be doing, like behind the scenes that we can't see.
You're doing all the work, and he's your friend, right? So is he gonna?
Yeah, exactly.
Is he gonna take a commission?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, then he should be doing the work.
Is he giving you a break on the commission that he would normally charge people who aren't his, for like other clients?
No. So I think with a real estate agent, you pay the commission when you sell the house. Like the seller ends up paying the commission on it. So I think it's like a standard 2% or something like that.
Right.
But I was talking to other real estate agents, and because the market right now is just so crazy and there's so many buyers, a lot of real estate agents won't even list a lot of houses because as soon as a seller comes in and says, listen, we have a house to buy, they'll be like, oh, perfect, we got a buyer and we'll match you right then and there. So there's all these houses being sold that don't even go up on the market.
Yeah, I think
we're not hearing about any of those houses. So
I think that as a friend, you can say that you feel that you guys have to sort of take a very aggressive approach to purchasing not only your first home, but making sure that it's the right one, and making sure and you have to match the market. And if the market is extremely aggressive, where people are selling homes before they even hit MLS, you have to be aggressive, and you feel that as friends, you can't be aggressive as you feel you need to be because you're too worried about your friendship, because your friendship means so much that now you're caught in two sort of life things where you got to buy a house, but you also want to maintain a friendship. And like a lot of things, getting into business or doing any sort of thing financially with a good friend is really never a good idea. Sometimes it can be an okay idea, but for something like this, somebody's going to wind up having regrets.
Yeah.
And I think that you can say, listen, we need to be aggressive, and we need somebody who's going to be aggressive, but I also need you in my life as a friend, because I know down the road, years from now, once we already have a house, I'm going to need you and a solid friendship more than I'm going to need a good deal on a house. So we're going to move on. We're going going to find somebody who's going to just do that thing that we feel that we need to do, and then I'm going to be able to say crap to them and not have to worry about a friendship being ruined.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like every time we find a house or we find one, it's kind of, I feel like it's an inconvenience a little bit too.
Well, that's the thing.
Ask them,
yeah, because you feel like you're asking him for a favor. Meanwhile, you've hired him.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly how it seems. And then I feel like too, he's a little bit laid back on a lot of this stuff too. Like the second house we went to go look at, we had a viewing, and he was a half hour late. And then he texted me at like 20 minutes in and was like, "Oh, I'll be there in a couple minutes." So I feel like he's a little bit more laid back because we are friends.
You are friends, yeah.
Tell him that.
Yeah, so he doesn't really have to work for that clientele.
And tell him all of this, right? Tell him all of this, and just say, "Hey, listen, this isn't like it's not about our friendship, but this is a huge thing for us, and we need to be really aggressive. And you're treating this like you're helping out a friend, and I'm treating this like a friend's helping us out, and it shouldn't be that way."
Yeah, it's a business transaction.
Yeah, no, I know. All right, then I just feel like I should have a talk with them and kind of sit down. It's a little awkward, but
I mean, you have to be honest, right? Like, I don't think that there's anything wrong with having an honest conversation, especially if he is a friend.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he'll understand.
He'll get it. Just say none of this stuff, because it's very stressful buying a house for the first time, and none of it is worth risking your friendship over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
okay,
Jeff.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Right on, Holmes. Take it easy, man. Good luck with the house.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
You got it.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
Rub me the right way. Christina Aguilera is 39 years old today.
Oh, yeah? 39, huh?
Yeah. It's actually a big day for celebrity birthdays. Katie Holmes,
Maurie,
41.
what was going on exactly 40 weeks ago from today?
40 weeks?
Yeah. Isn't that how long pregnancy lasts?
Oh, yeah, why?
Because I want to know what the night was when all these people were conceived. Like it was like some sort of special occasion.
Oh.
Count back 40 weeks from today for
gosh.
me and tell me what was going on.
So is that like...
Don't worry, he'll do it. He'll do it.
Sorry.
We'll get the answer. We'll get the answer tomorrow morning.
Sia celebrates her birthday today. She is 44 years old.
I missed this song.
Yeah, it's a great track. Ooh, I got a good one for you.
How old's Sia?
44.
44.
Yeah.
Perfect
I got
age.
a real good one for you. Who's this? I mean, actually, that's a dumb question because you'll know it's such a famous line.
First rule of Fight Club is...
Oh, yeah, Brad.
You do not talk about Fight Club.
Mr. Pitts.
Brad Pitt is 56 years old today. Steven
God, he looks
Spielberg
good too, huh?
is 73.
56?
Yeah, 56.
God damn, that guy looks so good.
I would have thought he's still in his 40s.
It's crazy.
Brad Pitt.
No, 56. It looks like what? Go watch. What's that movie? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and tell me that's like.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the movie just based on the trailers.
Bruh.
He still looks like he's in his 40s.
And I'll tell you, it's not even just his body, right? Like he's in great shape. Like he's in really great shape.
Like his body?
No, he's in fantastic shape. The dude's 56. He looks incredible, but it's his hair. Like his hair is still perfect. Like there's not one, and I know all those guys wear wigs and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But there's just not one, like he hasn't lost one hair. It's crazy.
So I said Steven Spielberg. I said Brad Pitt. I said Sia.
Yeah. How
said
old Spielberg?
Katie Holmes. Spielberg is 73.
Wow, God, that's old.
Trish Stratus is 44 years old today.
Love that.
Former WWE champion.
She's the best.
Also, oh my God, this is my favorite. You know whose birthday it is today? I'm going to be celebrating hard.
Okay, go.
I'm going to be celebrating like real hard today. Are you ready for it?
Yeah. Who's this? This is... God,
You know
whose
who it
music is this? No, I don't.
Yeah,
This
you
is
do. Come
it's a
on.
wrestler. White guy.
I know.
White guy.
Who is it, Maury?
White guy, question mark. White guy.
Answer is yes.
Hair or bald?
Bald.
Bald.
I know, but let Roz let me. I know.
I'll let Roz let me
let you what?
Answer?
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I was going to say Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah.
No, Maury, you're wrong. Roz, you're right.
Thank you.
The first thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Don't just get him out of the ring, get him out of the WWF. Because I'm through, son, without a shadow of a find out you ain't got what it takes anymore. You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers, and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass.
What happened 40 weeks ago?
March 14th.
Yeah, so what is that? Is that significant in any way?
Well, Shania Twain started her Vegas residency.
No. I mean, what was good? Like, is there a holiday attached to that?
No, there's
Maurie?
no holiday attached to that.
March break?
Hold on. Is there anything that goes on middle of March? No, I guess not. Eh? Like,
by the way, DMX celebrates his 49th birthday today.
Yeah.
And also turning 18 today.
Oh, snap.
Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah.
So happy birthday, Billie Eilish. 18 years old.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, I'm a mind reader. I'm going to write something on this piece of paper that I know you are thinking right now.
Okay. Wow, it's real long.
That's what she said.
Shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
Here is the first piece of paper.
Okay.
You're not going to open it yet.
Okay. Oh, my God. I feel like I'm getting a gift. This is incredible. I don't even know what's going on right now. Doesn't it sound like he's writing a lot? It really sounds like you're writing a lot. I've never had that much to say.
Okay. This could be my new career, mind reading.
Mind reading. Okay, I got you.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
know what you're thinking right now.
Okay.
Okay. This is the first piece of paper that you're going to open.
Okay.
And I know this is what's on your mind.
Right.
Okay.
I just grabbed a piece of paper out of Mocha's hand, and it simply reads, hey, Mocha, are you ready?
And then I say yes, obviously. And this second piece of paper has what I know you want to say next.
Okay, hold on here. Oh, in all caps, let's do the news.
Crap, I needed those pieces of paper, actually.
No, did you? Here you go. I'm so sorry. You can have them back.
A Roz and Mocha Show and Kiss 92.5 News Break.
Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You is finally number one, 25 years after it came out.
What took so long?
Worth saying.
Yeah.
Finally, she has her 19th number one, which is more number ones than any other solo artist.
There you go. So
the Lambs are celebrating.
So
yeah, okay, but hold on a second.
Yeah.
Is it really much of a celebration if after it took 25 years for this song to be number one?
Well, and here's
Can I ask my question?
Here's the thing, is that it doesn't, it's very difficult to say because so many of these are streams, and I don't know what streams count for when it comes to putting a song number one. Like, if all your fans just sit there and stream the same song over and over and over again, should that have the impact of somebody buying your
That's what Matthew did all weekend.
your album? You know what I mean?
Asking over and over.
And also, if I'm at home and I just go to Spotify or Apple Music or whatever it is, and I just put Christmas playlist, right? And Mariah Carey's song is on that playlist, should that count as a spin for Mariah, even though I didn't specifically go searching for Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas? And
but
if
it's
so,
included in the playlist,
if so,
though.
how much should that count?
But the other question, too, is should there not be a statute of a limitation for the fact that it took 25 years? That shouldn't count, though, right?
Why?
Because it took 25
Wait, are you fighting against the song being number one?
No,
then?
because I'm wondering
What's your argument?
if a song came out 25 years ago and it is now number one, should there not be, it passed that timeline? It took too long.
But what's too long, though? The song still exists.
Well, no, I'm just putting out there. I'm not going to write the rules. I'm just saying, should there be that
Again,
limit?
are you fighting for the song or
I
against
don't know.
it?
I don't know what he's fighting for.
You came in
I
here
don't know.
celebrating, and now you're like...
And now you're like, it's not fair. It shouldn't happen this way. It's too long. Statue of limitations.
Yo, your Maurie impression is on point, son.
I started watching more of the morning show on.
Oh my God, it's so
on Apple
good.
Plus. Let me tell you something, though. I think it was a massive mistake for Steve Carell to do that show.
Why?
Because I think it changes him. I think that it
changes the Steve Carell that we all know and love.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the first time where he's a character where you actually don't have that empathy for him.
No, but the other
you
thing
just
is,
don't feel that connection anymore.
and I'll tell you why, because The Office is so popular, and I love The Office so much. And Steve Carell's character in The Office was that sort of ignorant, over-sexual, somewhat racist buffoon, right? And he was lovable. He was lovable. Where Steve Carell in this show is a predator and manipulator and takes advantage of people in a sort of work setting. And I just really think that it changes Steve Carell because we've seen him in this sort of work environment before.
Yeah.
And now when I see him on the morning show, it changes everything. Like it changes The Office.
For me, it doesn't, because he's done so many characters that I just like fell in love with that this one doesn't affect me.
Oh, to me, it changes everything. To me, I look at Steve Carell differently now, and I look at everything Steve Carell's done differently now.
Really?
Yep.
Even Crazy Stupid Love?
Even Crazy Stupid Love. All of it.
Favorite movie?
All of it.
can't
All of
believe
it.
her.
All of it. I
love
think
that
it
movie
was,
so much.
I'm not, listen, the show is huge. People love it. It's getting award consideration. Like, it's a fantastic television show, but I think it was an absolute misstep for Steve Carell to put himself in that show, in that position. Hey, did you see that super jacked pic of Kumail Nanjiani from Silicon Valley?
Yo, who knew Dinesh could be so small and so cut?
Because I guess he's doing a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah.
The
You do it,
dude's
dog.
like,
Represent for the brown folk out there. Do it up, dog.
He has abs.
Dude, he has like all those guys do roids though. Let's be honest. Everybody,
He's not on roids.
everybody in a Hollywood movie who has to get jacked quick. They do a quick stack. They get jacked and then they just maintain.
Roz ain't. He's probably
Everybody
right.
does it.
I've been
I'm
trying
not
for 2
saying.
years.
You think Dinesh is on roids?
I'm not saying
Please
Dinesh.
don't say that. I like him so
listen,
much.
Listen to me really quickly. I'm not saying, okay, I don't want this. I'm not in any way saying that Dinesh is on roids. What I'm saying is that very often in that world, when somebody needs to go from
Zero to hero,
okay, they have people that walk them through very carefully to do a quick, non-invasive, quote unquote, stack, and it gets them jacked real quick. Okay, I'm saying that happens more than anyone knows that it does. Way more than anyone knows.
So what are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying
Wait, you're
that
not
this
saying
is
the word steroids.
No,
But you're
I'm
not saying
I'm
the
not.
word
No,
steroids.
I am not putting steroids and Dinesh in the same sentence.
Thank you.
Other than what I just did right now.
Okay.
Okay. Because that was in fact putting them in the same sentence. I'm just saying that it happens more than anybody knows.
Okay.
Okay. When you got to go from zero to hero.
Well, it would break my heart if I ever found
looks
out
good, though.
that Dinesh was on roids.
Yeah, he looks good though. Secret muscles, right? Could you imagine being that guy to get the secret muscles? Stop it, more. It's weird, man.
Why is that weird?
But yeah, no, he's doing the Eternals, and I think Angelina Jolie's in the Eternals.
She
is she
is,
not?
yeah,
That's
she is.
That's that movie that they signed her on for.
Yeah,
which is incredible. I can't wait for that. Kanye West has announced a new opera entitled Mary, debuting just before Christmas in New York City. You interested in this at all?
No, I'll skip that one.
So I guess it's all going to go down December 22nd, 8 p.m. at the David Geffen Hall at Lincoln Center. Mary is the second opera following, how do you say this? Nebuchadnezzar? Wasn't that the ship from Matrix as well?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Which premiered at the Hollywood Bowl back in November. First debuted at the Art Basel in Miami. Like his first opera, Mary features all music from his Sunday service church choir. Mary is described as a, quote, original opera that is based on the biblical story of the miraculous events surrounding the birth of Jesus Christ. So why was he painted silver the other day? I saw Kanye West walking around painted silver, but I didn't read why he was painted silver the other day.
No? You guys don't know?
Just did it for kicks?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I don't know. I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Whatever, man. People evolve. You got to let people change.
I guess.
You got to let people
Do
change.
your thing. I'll just keep listening to your old albums.
His old stuff is still there for everybody to enjoy. The personal information of 15 million Canadians was potentially exposed by Life Labs. They were hacked. Life Labs are the people who perform diagnostic, naturopathic, and genetic tests, had their computer system hacked. The open letter from the company says the cyber attack involved unauthorized access to our computer systems with customer information that could include name, address, email, login, password, date of birth, health card number, and lab test results. A proposed class action lawsuit against the company is now being filed in Ontario. 2 class action lawsuits have already been filed in Quebec. They say most of the people's information that was hacked 15 million people, but most of them were from BC and Ontario.
So I got to change my password.
Yep. So Donald Trump was officially impeached in the House yesterday.
The president is impeached.
Thank you, Nancy Pelosi. So Nancy Pelosi then goes on to give her thoughts on the Trump impeachment.
A great day for the Constitution of the United States. A sad one for America that the president's reckless activities necessitated our having to introduce articles of impeachment.
The problem is that that's the House. Then it has to go to the Republican-controlled Senate, which then they would have to vote on it, which is unlikely that anything could happen.
They're not going to turn on their boy.
But in a power play, Nancy Pelosi says that she's going to hold back on actually presenting the impeachment file to the Senate until she can guarantee that it would be a fair trial. She wants the details all laid out ahead of time. So, and that could take a long time, which kind of goes against everything because you're supposed to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Right? So she's doing this power move because when you're waking up right now and you see that Trump is impeached, it does not mean that Donald Trump is out of office. That's just, it's not how it works. So this is like step 1 of 3, 4, maybe 3.
Question.
Yes.
Now that he's been impeached, but not out of office.
Right. This is like Bill Clinton.
Right.
Yeah.
With the re-election coming up, does him being impeached now mean that he cannot run
for a
second term? He can still run and potentially win.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. The problem is that they had to figure out, they can't run a candidate against Trump that they feel confident that can beat Trump. Right. But Joe Biden's not going to beat Donald Trump, I don't think. And so you lay this out. Now, you impeach the man, and even if he's still in office, then what you then get to campaign on is your choices are A, whichever Democratic candidate they have, or a president that was impeached, right? So that is now becomes their platform as opposed to issues, the economy, jobs, healthcare, everything else, right? The platform then becomes don't vote for somebody who's already been impeached. How can you do that? That goes against everything that makes you American. So this is them building a campaign platform. But if you send it to the Senate and they overturn it and then nothing happens, then Trump gets to claim victory, which would be an even bigger disaster for the Democrats. So they're going to hold off on it and see how it all shakes out. I don't think anybody really knows with the impeachment yesterday. I don't think anybody really knows exactly who this benefits more in the long run, whether it benefits Donald Trump or whether it benefits the Democrats. All I know is that it does not really benefit any of the American
He's
people.
not fazed by it.
No, this is Donald Trump last night at a rally.
You're declaring open war on American democracy. You are the ones interfering in America's elections. You are the ones subverting America's democracy. We did nothing wrong, nothing whatsoever. This was just an excuse. You are the ones obstructing justice. You are the ones bringing pain and suffering to our republic.
Right. Okay. There you go. Anyway, somebody whose trial did end yesterday was Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Bro, I cannot believe this story.
And there were a lot of memes going around earlier in the week that he was going to be released on Wednesday. And everybody was like all over this. Oh my God, Tekashi's getting out. This, by the way, this is a rapper who was a gang member. And then he got arrested because he's violent and awful. And then, he turned on all his people.
He snitched on
He's the guy with the rainbow hair in all the memes that you see with all the tattoos on his face. He snitched on everybody. So according to page 6, Tekashi 6ix9ine wrote a letter to Judge Paul Engelmeyer expressing remorse for his actions as a member of the 9 Trey Bloods. In the letter, 6ix9ine says how he felt, quote, relieved after getting arrested and noted that the arrest helped him escape gang life. So 6ix9ine was sentenced to 24 months in prison minus the 13 that he's already served. So that works out to what, like
a year?
13 months, a little over a year. Yeah, he'll be released in 2020. My favorite part was the judge scolding him. So 6ix9ine's dad said, "Can I say something?" And the judge was like, "No, it's too late, bro." And then he's like, "Okay, cool." And then Judge Engelmeyer with everything else that he was going on talking about, he talked about Bruce Springsteen for a while. Like, he just did all this stuff.
Okay.
But the best quote is, "You are now world famous for cooperating. No gang will want to work with you."
But I'm sure every single gang is going to want to talk to you.
Right. Harry Styles covered Juice, Lizzo's Juice, which is my favorite Lizzo track, on BBC Radio 1's Live Lounge.
By the way, this is trending number 1 on YouTube, released 16 hours ago, and already has 1.6 million views.
That's great, He changed the word, he changed the B word to Mitch, by the way, in the song.
Brilliant. So good.
At what age, Mocha, do you start appreciating practical Christmas gifts? At what age? And let me give you some examples of practical Christmas gifts.
Yeah, tell me.
Like something homemade, or a gift card, or a book, self-care items.
I would say...
pajamas, I would even put on that list. Like, what age?
32. 31, 32, yeah.
Maurie, you're not there yet, are you?
No, I'm not there yet, but I will say that Matthew asked for a paper shredder one year for a Christmas present, and he was 32 at the time.
And he was 32. They say 24 is the age
that seems
you
young.
start liking practical gifts.
My dad gave me socks at 24, and I remember I was very upset.
Only socks?
I went silent, yeah.
Yeah. You got mad at somebody because the gift they gave you?
Yeah, because I remember asking him for something better.
So in order for you to go silent, people just have to give you socks?
He's like Dobby.
You know,
right? He's like a health elf.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense. The height, the pot belly, everything. You're a house elf.
Thank you,
Maurie,
Harry.
I'm very curious, Maurie.
Yeah, I was very happy.
What did you ask for from your dad that he then turned around and got you socks?
A Blu-ray player.
Fred's like,
What's so expensive? What do people put in memes? Oh, this is what love looks like.
Yo, bro, I'm going to Walmart today. I'm buying new socks.
I asked for a Blu-ray player. I got socks. Camila Cabello is apologizing for old racist Tumblr posts.
What?
Yeah, I guess somebody dug up an old Tumblr page of hers when she was 15 or 16 that included a lot of the N-word plus racist posts about Asians and Mexicans, a joke about Chris Brown assaulting Rihanna. Now, it's you have to point out that she didn't create most of these. She just sort of reposted them. Like, I guess they were memes. But she did use the N-word in at least one original post that she wrote. Her apology came quick when her old Tumblr page was discovered. She said, "I apologize then and I apologize now. I would never intentionally hurt anyone and I regret it from the bottom of my heart." She goes on to say, "These mistakes don't represent the person that I am or a person I've ever been. I only stand and have ever stood for love and inclusivity, and my heart has never, even then, had 1 ounce of hate or divisiveness."
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
We got a lot of questions to get through with today's Ask Roz and Mocha. Thank you, by the way, to everyone that submitted your question through Instagram at Kiss925. Hi, Angela. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Where do you listen to the Roz and Mocha show from?
Well, I usually listen from the podcast. So I live in Barrie, and unfortunately, Kiss 92.5 doesn't pick up too well up here. So thankfully for the podcast, I can listen to you guys.
All right. Barrie, Ontario. Not that far
Yeah.
away from where we do the show in Toronto. What is your question?
So my question for you guys today is, what is the strangest thing you've witnessed on the streets of Toronto?
Oh, wow. All right. The strangest thing.
I'll tell you exactly.
There's a lot of strange things.
I'll tell you exactly what it was for me. It was one of the things that I saw in Toronto years and years and years ago, and it was one of the things that made me love Toronto so much. And it's this kind of thing, not exactly this kind of thing, but it's this kind of thing that I miss about Toronto, which was when the first time I ever walked down Queen Street West. And there used to be that like lingerie sex shop on Queen Street West. And in the window, they had live models.
Okay.
that were in lingerie,
Uh-huh.
and they were just in a tiny little window on Queen West, and they would just stand there and smile at you and wave at you when you walked by, and like motion you to come into the store, and they were always smiling, and they'd be like kind of dancing
Yeah.
and stuff, and it always, to me, that was the thing that just made the city cool, is that not that it was happening, but just that it was allowed during the day. Like, I'm talking noon on a Sunday, there would be lingerie models live in a window smiling at children. And
families be walking by and everything.
And kids loved it. Like, kids loved it. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. They didn't understand the sort of sexual nature of it, but it was just weird. And like sometimes they'd have like dog collars around their necks and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And no, it was the coolest thing. And because Toronto used to be a very filthy city. In a good way. And I don't mean like dirty, like with garbage. I mean, Toronto had a really sort of seedy underbelly where around the world, people knew that this was a sexy ass city.
Uh-huh.
And it's not that anymore. Toronto is not a sexy city. They cleaned up all the things that made sort of Toronto sexy on a global scale. And so to me, the coolest thing that I ever saw in Toronto was that, I don't remember what that sex shop was called. Do you remember what it was called, Maurie?
No, I don't.
I don't remember what the sex shop on Queen West was called that had the live models, but I will never forget that. To me, that was like right up there with the
Not
coolest.
Aren't We Naughty?
No, it wasn't an Aren't We Naughty. It was
Did
small.
you ever, wait,
It was
did you ever go in
tiny.
though?
Yeah, I went in.
Well,
Yeah,
talk to the models?
They waved him in.
They wave you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you talk to the models?
Yeah, you're just like, hi, how's it going? They're like, hi,
Okay,
how's
be
it
honest,
going? How's your day?
Did you ever hook up with one of the
No.
models? Oh, okay.
Honestly, it was just like it was just so normal, right?
Yeah.
Like it was normal. Like there wasn't anything really dirty about it.
But you would
It
walk
was
in and like
just-
talk to them and then just like leave?
Like if you had to go in and buy something, right? You go
Would
in
you
and
buy anything?
You go buy condoms or whatever you were buying back in the day, right? And then you would walk out, but you'd say goodbye to the one behind the counter. You'd wave goodbye to the
Can I ask
models.
a question?
Yeah.
Why is that so shocking about buying condoms, Maurie?
I don't know. I've just never heard Roz talk about these things before.
Condoms?
It's a shock that the man wanted to practice safe sex.
Why am I
Back in the
blushing?
day? Like,
Super weird. Man. Like, yeah.
hey, Angela, I know ridiculous question, but like, what's the weirdest thing you've seen on the streets of Barrie?
I mean, recently, well, it was more in the summer. I think the strangest thing I saw was, unfortunately, the homeless community has increased up here.
Oh, okay.
But the weirdest thing I've seen lately was two homeless people fighting with stop signs. Like it would look like a scene at a Gladiator. They were both
that
going at it
sounds
with
violent.
stop signs. It was.
Wow.
But yeah, that's probably the strangest thing I've witnessed lately. I work in healthcare, so I mean, we see weird things all the time.
Yeah.
So on that note too, but
We have people who listen to this podcast like right across the country.
Yeah.
So no matter where you are, feel free, the next time we post Ask Roz and Mocha at Kiss925, feel free to let us know what the strangest thing you've seen in your city where you
Yeah.
listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Feel free to do that. So, because I'm now curious to know what happens across the country, and we will read.
I'm sure a ton.
read these. So wherever it is that you are, the next time we post Ask Roz and Mocha, let us know what city you're in, and let us know what the strangest thing you've witnessed in your city, so we can read it on a future episode of the podcast. I would say for me, like most recently, would be. Remember there was that guy that would always dress in a Batman costume and he'd be riding a scooter around town?
Yes. No, Batgirl.
No, was it a Batgirl?
Yeah.
The guy?
Yeah.
That was dressed as Batgirl?
Yeah, on a scooter with like a tiara, didn't he? Something like that?
There was that too.
wasn't there a Batman that roamed Brampton?
Yeah, there was the Brampton Batman.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, but I think the Brampton Batman,
Right.
he was like making citizens arrest. Like he was helping the police
Yes,
out.
no, he
Right?
was.
But
That's
this was a
right.
guy that was on a scooter and like driving around, and I would see him all the time, all hours of the day,
Yeah.
all hours at night, like just driving around on a scooter in a Batman costume. How about you, Maurie?
Okay, so I want Roz to tell mine because he tells it so much better. We were together. I was driving you to work once. Do you remember?
Oh, didn't we tell this
What?
story like a couple weeks ago on the
I don't think
couple
we
of
told this.
podcast
We don't
episodes?
think we told this
The
story.
dead guy or the Santa?
The Santa.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, there was just it was pouring rain and freezing cold, and it's not a good part of town. And there's two people who some sort of transaction happened where one person offered something in exchange for something else. And the first part of the exchange was happening right there on the sidewalk.
Wow.
And it was nothing that you'd ever want to see.
Okay.
And the guy receiving his end of the deal looked exactly like Santa Claus.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's mine.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool story, Maury.
And I guess in this situation, Mrs. Claus looked like she had passed on a few years ago. Like,
Wow.
it was not a pretty sight.
Great story, Maury. Thanks.
All wet in the pouring rain. Hey, do you remember the guy that used to walk around Toronto and challenge people to do push-ups?
Xanta.
Xanta.
He used to dress, because I remember Xanta would dress
How
as...
is that not your story, Maury?
Because that one's cool. Xanta would dress as Santa, and you'd see him on the subways, and he was ripped, and he'd be doing chin-ups
And he was
push-ups.
aggressive, yeah.
And he would walk around the streets going, Xanta, Xanta, Xanta.
They banned Xanta from Toronto.
Yeah.
He got banned from the city.
Hold on. He would only just like...
He was very aggressive. Okay.
He was just aggressively challenging you to push-ups?
He would walk around with no shirt on and a Santa hat.
Yeah.
And he would aggressively challenge people to do push-ups.
And he was swole.
And he would
very.
and then he would just stop and do push-ups. And they kicked him. I've never heard of anybody having this done before, but he got banned from Toronto.
Really?
Yeah, he got kicked out of the city.
But would anyone like take him up on the challenge?
Yeah, they would.
But there were videos, like people were filming with him. Like
how many push-ups
People
could he
did like
do?
the guy.
Yeah, but he was people were scared of him too.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
He was very
How many
aggressive.
push-ups could he do?
Oh, infinite. Like he was just like, it was crazy.
He would just, when you're on the subway, he would like be doing chin-ups your entire
Bro,
ride.
Maury, you should...
Be the new Santa?
Yeah, you should be walking
Yeah.
around
I don't
the
wanna get
city.
banned from Toronto.
No, you should just walk around Toronto and see how many people, if you were to say, hey, I challenge you to a push-up contest right now, how many people would actually do it? Don't go to a gym or
not in the
anything
cold,
like
but
that.
in the summer, I bet you lots.
You know what you should do, Maury, is you should walk around with just jeans on, also no shirt, and a Santa hat, and call yourself Manta. Right?
Please do it.
Yeah.
Please do it. In the cold and everything.
Do you remember Flyer Man?
Oh yeah, Flyer Man. Yeah, I remember that guy. He had the coat on that he used to
That
show
lit
up at
up
every
in the back.
concerts, and he had this this coat that was full of lights, and it was like this coat that was just full of LED lights,
And it spelled Flyer
and
Man.
it read Flyer Man on the back of it. He was famous.
Because I remember when I was a kid, he used to go around handing
But
out.
why was he called Flyer Man?
Because he would hand out flyers
Yeah.
for talent agencies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was called Flyer Man, but he actually had like a full like electronic working light up long coat that he would wear. It was awesome. It was
Wow.
amazing.
All right.
Yeah. Also the Cosmic Cab was one of my favorite things in this city. It
That's
was
still around.
Yeah, it was a Beck taxi, right?
That's right.
And the guy on the inside, he had like it was all full of lights and toys and a karaoke machine and a disco ball. And
Wow.
you never knew when you were going to get Cosmic Cab. And when every now and then you would get in Cosmic Cab, and it was the greatest ride you'd ever
I
have
have
in
his
your life.
business card in my
Yeah.
car still.
Yeah, Cosmic Cab was
Does he still
the best.
exist? Like,
yeah,
is
No,
it-
he still drives
yeah,
it. I've
yeah, he
seen
still
it.
drives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a lot of really cool stuff. There was a lot in Toronto, but sadly though, none of my sort of favorite memories of like really cool things are anything recent because so much of the fun has just been sucked out of this city.
Until Maury hits the streets and starts challenging people to a push-up contest.
Santa.
Yeah.
Hey, Angela, thanks so much.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
See you later. Patrick Nagy has this question, and I know you're going to have questions, Roz. Which is better, Blizzards, Ice Caps, or McFlurries?
I don't know what any of those things are that you just said.
McFlurry.
Okay.
From McDonald's.
Okay, what is it though?
It's like their ice cream that's like
a milkshake?
A milkshake, but
Thicker
it's got
milkshake.
thicker milkshake. It's your in between a milkshake and full-fledged ice cream.
Okay.
And it's got various, like, you can get it with like peanuts or caramel or M&Ms and
Oh, I get you. It's like a Yogen-Freeze kind of thing where you get to add all that stuff.
Yogen-Freeze?
Yogen-Freeze.
But
Yeah.
but this is with ice cream, and they put it in the machine. And
or like Menchie's. When you go to Menchie's
Yeah.
and you can
Right,
add all
yeah.
that stuff. Okay,
so
so what are
Ice Caps,
That's
I
Tim
would,
Hortons.
I would say Ice Cap is like on a different kind of playing field than what this person is talking about because Ice Cap is more of like a coffee slushy that you would get from Tim Hortons, and then Blizzards
is from
Dairy Queen.
I've never had any of them.
Blizzards I have all the time in the summer. I love it. I usually get a mini Kit Kat one, and it's so good.
Mini?
Because mini. It's otherwise it's just too much ice cream.
Yeah, you're too much ice cream. Yeah, no, I've never had. What was the Tim Hortons one?
Tim Hortons is Ice Cap.
Never had an Ice Cap. Never had a
Flurry.
Never had a
McFlurry.
McFlurry, and I've never had a Blizzard.
Can I tell you, out of all of those, my absolute favorite is the Blizzard from Dairy Queen. Here,
It is, huh?
Yeah, this is what
I like
Blizzards
Dairy
look
Queen
like.
a lot. Dairy Queen's a great spot.
So good.
Dairy Queen's got great burgers too.
And you know
Do
they
they
do-
really? I've never had any of the food
dude,
there.
Honestly, Dairy Queen's food, like Dairy Queen burgers, it's a really good
They're really
burger.
good.
Yeah, Rox loves it.
Yeah?
Yeah. She has no problem
And
with
they
it.
join
Good fries.
forces.
They have good fries,
Yeah.
super salty fries.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I got no problem with Dairy Queen.
They join forces with Orange Julius. You can get their menu when you go to Dairy
Orange
Queen.
Julius?
Yeah.
I have not heard the two words Orange Julius together since, I don't know, man, like the 90s.
Didn't they used to have back in the day in the Eaton Center one of those big like half orange stands?
Yeah.
That you would get an Orange Julius
Yeah,
out
in
of?
Yorkdale too.
And yeah, that's right. You don't remember
I
that, Mocha?
totally-
You don't
You know,
remember
if
that?
you go to the C&E, they still have the half orange thing.
Do
That's
they?
their booth.
Yeah.
Find here.
And with the Blizzard, you can get it where there's like thick caramel right down the middle.
That's the one I'm looking for.
What's it called?
The caramel cannonball. That one is my
that's a great
favorite.
name.
Oh, it's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Roz, it's a caramel
You know,
surprise.
had
you never
you-
know when you'll get to it.
I know back in the day, like you start thinking of all these great ideas, but could you imagine if you could give yourself the name Caramel Cannonball? You know what I mean? Like, God, that would be great.
So, like, our show would be the Roz and Caramel Cannonball Show?
Yeah.
No, but for me, it would be Blizzard. All
Blizzard,
day.
huh? Yeah. Okay,
all
cool.
day.
All right, next question.
John asks, what's the one holiday gift you know you had to fake being happy with, or you know someone that had to do the same?
What did I have to fake being happy about? I'm always really grateful for anything. Time anybody ever wants to buy me a gift, I'm
I think
fine.
when I was younger,
I
it had to have been like if my parents ever gave me like clothes.
No, yes, there's that.
Right?
But I'll tell
But
you
I
what
really
happens
wanted
when
toys.
you're an adult,
Uh-huh.
which is you fake being happy about something when somebody gives you something that you already have.
Or that you don't
Right?
want.
No, because I'm fine with it. Even if I don't want it, I will always sort of like I'll give it away. I'll donate it. I'll find a use for it, right? But I think that when you have to really fake, like as an adult, you know, enjoying a gift or something like that, it's when somebody gives you something that you already have, and you can't open something and go, "Got it." Like you just can't do that.
Oh yeah, no.
You know, like you
Oh,
can't.
thanks. It's really thoughtful.
Yeah,
I already have one.
Yeah.
If you still have the receipt,
But the better one. Like I
Yeah.
know, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I know
of
there's
course.
3 versions of this, and you're certainly not going to buy me the best.
Yeah.
You bought me entry level, which one? Why would you do that? You know.
Also, I have the best one.
I have the best one already. You know, like
Maury?
It was the gift I didn't want, which was, I think it was 2 Christmases ago when I got a spice rack from my dad.
I got you a spice
One
rack?
of not the one you put on the wall. It's the one that's on the counter and it spins around with all the spices in it. And first of all, I don't have counter space for that. And we don't want that.
Don't you get those for free when you buy spices, though? Like, does he have a drawer
Oh,
full of brand new spices and
no.
just gave you the rack?
No, it was in a box and it had the spices in the containers on the rack.
Oh, you got all the
so
spices,
you open it up,
too.
you put it on your counter, and you're good to go.
Those things are ugly,
Oh,
man. All those
so-
things are ugly. It was just like when I see, I don't want to, maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't know what you guys have in your homes.
What?
But it's just like when I see, you know, when people use like the Keurig pod coffee
Oh.
things where on their counter they have like a giant rack
We don't
with
have
like
one
with
of
like
those.
25 pods like all spinning
Just keep it
around
in
in
a
a
drawer.
carousel.
I'll tell you who has that.
Who's that?
My parents.
Do they? Yeah.
And it's literally on the counter next to their Keurig.
And the year before that, they gave me this thing you put on a balcony that you can plug in, and everybody, if you have 4 friends, you all put your omelet ingredients in a little container and you put it in the middle and it cooks 4 omelets for you.
Why do you have to
Different
put that on the
omelets.
balcony?
It's meant for patio, like if you want to cook omelets on a patio with 4
What?
friends.
That is a very niche market, man. That is a very niche product.
So you all get you crack the eggs down the middle or whatever, and you all get different.
So you
It's a
omelets.
5 omelet barbecue?
4 omelets.
But you said you and 4 friends.
Oh, I meant included, so 4 in total.
So you got a 4-person outdoor omelet maker.
You know, it's still
That's
in.
so weird.
It's still in the
Oh,
box.
is it made for camping?
No, it says like for your patio on the box.
I have to Google patio omelet.
That's almost ridiculous. Who gave that to you? Your dad?
My dad.
Wow.
Is it like a starfrit thing? Something like that? One of those things?
I don't know who made it. Yeah.
Is it square or is it round?
Round.
Round. Are you talking like waffles? kind of thing.
No, it's like you have your compartment, like your little drawer.
Yeah.
4 people, you put...
You put eggs in a drawer outdoors in the summertime?
Bro,
That doesn't sound safe.
Why does your dad hate you so much? Sounds like he wants to poison you.
Yes, you put all your ingredients and your egg in a drawer and it cooks it.
That's super weird, man.
Right?
Anyway, whatever. Have you ever tried it?
Nope.
Oh, see, I would be interested in trying.
Do you want it?
No.
I won't even charge you for it.
Guess what you're getting for Christmas this year?
I do not want that.
Emily wants to know if you would ever let Maurie pick what you wear for a week. No.
absolutely
Kaylee wants to know, I would love to know what Roz and Maurie talk about on the drive into work.
Oh,
If you don't know, Maurie picks Roz up every single morning, and the two of them drive in to the radio station together.
So I can always tell what kind of ride it's going to be by the time, as soon as I get in the car. Because I'll get in the car and I usually let out a big sigh. Right?
Yeah.
And when we're driving down my street...
Before you continue.
Yeah.
What is the length of drive from your place, Roz, when Maurie picks you up to the radio station?
12 minutes?
12 minutes?
Maybe.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
not
talking
long.
a 12-minute timeline.
Yeah,
Okay, go.
yeah.
So you get in, you give a big sigh.
I always give a big sigh, and then I will know by the time we get to the end of the street what kind of mood Maurie's in.
Okay.
And sometimes if we get to the end of the street, because I'll always say, what'd you do last night? And I always say that before we get to the end of the road, right? And I can tell by his answer by the time we get to the end of the road whether we're going to have a conversation and a good time on the way to work or whether we're going to sit in silence because he's being weird.
Okay.
Right?
Fair.
Fair.
But
accurate.
I mean, we've been doing it for 9 years, and we've had some good times.
We've had a few good times. Yes. Yeah, we've had a few good times. But those days where I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
Yeah.
It's awkward. It's awkward in the car, and I don't like it.
12-minute ride.
Yeah, and I don't like it
Okay.
because I never. Here's my
Wait,
problem.
why are you poo-pooing?
Here's my problem is that I don't like it because I know that as soon as I ask Maurie what's wrong, he's going to say nothing, right? Or he's going to say something that is just not my problem, and I'm going to tell him to get over it.
Yeah.
Right? Or he's going to come at me with something that we don't have time to solve. Right?
Gotcha.
So it's a no-win situation for me. Right? A no-win situation when you're in one of those moods where you don't
But you
want
enjoy the rides.
want to talk.
You obviously like to have the rides.
Okay. This week alone,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Would you say you had more good rides, or did you have more of those, it's going to be terrible?
This week was actually not that bad. I think we had one day where maybe
this week, what are we on? No, every day this week was fabulous.
Yeah, well, no, every day was good.
I remember the one time you got in the car, I'm like, let's pretend this is the Death Star.
Yes, yeah, that's when Maurie's in a good mood. I can deal with that kind of Maurie.
When he's like all goofy and stuff?
Yeah.
But what do you guys talk about?
What did we talk?
Shows
There's
one time. One of my favorite rides.
I ask him the same stupid questions every day.
One of my favorite rides is when we passed this store and it had no sign, and I'm just like, why don't they have something on there that says welcome? And Roz is like, there's a big sign right there that literally says welcome.
You're the worst storyteller.
Yeah.
You're the worst storyteller.
Cool story, bro.
That's not my favorite moment ever.
No, that's not how that went.
Invigorating.
Here's what happened. Okay, here's what happened. Is they built. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You needed to end that story with, this has been my TED Talk. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so brilliant.
Okay, you're so brilliant, Maurie. Can I tell you what made that funny?
Yes, please.
Okay. What made this story and that moment funny was they opened like an A&W in a really terrible part of town.
Yeah.
Okay, and as we're driving up and it's 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is, Maurie looks at this place on a super dark corner and goes, wow, that doesn't look welcoming at all. And I go, Maurie, there's literally a sign over the door that says welcome. Like the only sign on the building is a sign that says welcome. And he's like, that doesn't look welcoming at all.
See, that's a funny story.
Right? Yes. Yes. Not we pulled up to a building that had no sign and there was actually a sign that said welcome. That's not a funny story.
God, you're the worst, bro.
Yeah, no, some mornings it's fine, but the ones where Maurie's not in a good mood are really, because it sets me off too. I come in in a bad mood, and I don't want to do the show and all this other stuff. I mean, I always want to do the show, but I just know it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be as fun because Maurie's bad moods in the car always carry over into the studio.
Oh,
always.
yeah.
Always. Yeah. And then I tell Maurie, listen, if you're in a terrible mood in the other room, I don't want to have you on the show because you can't go in that other room and sit there and be a grump and then come on the show and expect to have fun, right? So I'm always like, just have fun. That's your only job. Like, just come in and have fun. And I don't care what's going on at home. Fake it. We all got problems. Yeah. We're all going through stuff. Like, come in the room here and fake it. That's all we ask for. You fake everything else. Your
marriage.
Your marriage. Your debt. You know what I mean? You fake everything
Literally
else.
everything.
Yeah, you fake everything else. But anyway, welcome. No, I do sometimes. I shouldn't because I don't want to make it sound like it's terrible. There are some mornings where I really do quite enjoy the ride in, and we do have a good laugh.
Oh, nice.
There are things that Maurie cares way too much about in life, though, and it's always those things that he wants to talk about because literally nobody else in the world will be this kind of captive audience that I am, where I literally...
Because I have you on the highway. I'm doing 100. You have no choice but to listen.
Yes. So it's always like, but it's nothing that has anything to do with me. It's always about like some person that I've never heard of that he has a problem with.
Oh, God.
Or it's always about like Matthew's family, or always a problem with...
So he treats it like therapy.
Oh, yes.
But what's wrong with that? I don't have to pay.
Yeah, no. We have a good time. But Maurie does this thing where I get in the car when he's in like a really good mood, where he wants to touch tips. Right, where I'll sit down and he'll take his baby finger and stick it out up into my face, and he wants me to take my baby finger and touch it to his baby finger before we go. Yeah, tips.
Okay.
What did you think I said?
I heard something else.
No.
What did you hear? When you guys say it, what did you hear?
No, we don't. We know what he heard. No.
What did you hear?
We don't do that.
Okay, just making sure.
No.
I'm not saying it, you pervert.
No, we don't. We don't do that. Maurie opened my door for me this morning like a limo driver.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've always wanted to try that. I want to know what
Wait, you got out of the car, you walked around, opened the door,
wait
he
till
got
his legs
in,
got in.
you closed the door,
and then walked around. And I'm like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah,
I'm like, I've always wanted to try that.
And then I tried, as he was walking around the car, really hard to lock the doors, but I couldn't find the thing because it was so dark.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Did we talk about that time that I got to the car and Maurie was standing 25 feet away because he farted?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, okay.
That was like
wasn't
a couple weeks
Well, because
ago.
I was worried that the pipe that sticks out the back would suck the fart
You
in.
have no idea how anything works, do you? No.
Not even farts. God, man. Dan asks, this is specific for me, asking what my favorite Kanye song and album is. He says that he plays Graduation, which is a Kanye album, on repeat, and probably Homecoming and Hey Mama as his favorite songs. For me, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is my favorite album. That's the one that has All of the Lights, like with Rihanna. He's got that song Power. He has that Monster song with Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z, where everyone said like Nicki owned that song. That's the song that Adele famously did the rap verse when she was on Carpool Karaoke.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yep.
And then Good Life is my favorite Kanye song that features T-Pain. It's just a fun record, and Jesus Walks. Those are my two favorites.
Nice.
Salva asks, in honor of Ghostbusters Afterlife coming out and a bunch of other, quote, reboot sequels, which movie would you like to see get a reboot or a sequel that hasn't already?
It's a really good question because everybody gets down on reboots. It would have to be guaranteed that it was going to be done well, though. But then if I loved the movie enough in the first place, why wouldn't I just go watch the original?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't hold up.
I'm not really the biggest fan of reboots.
It's like some of them are fine. Like the
Ghostbusters, like the all-female Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and everybody hated that movie, but I thought it was
why, though.
I thought it was really, really great and really funny. I liked that movie a lot. As far as reboots goes, though, Maurie, let's just
I was gonna say like Back to the Future.
No, you can't reboot Back to the Future though.
No.
Like could you reboot Dirty Dancing?
No, you can't do that.
No,
you can't, because it's just like that's so iconic.
It would change the story so much if you did it with current day standards.
You're right.
As iconic as Dirty Dancing the movie was with Patrick Swayze, you have to go back and remember Patrick Swayze was a grown man. Baby was 16 years old.
Yeah. 15, wasn't she? No, maybe 16.
I think 16.
She was 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I just saw the movies that made us on Netflix.
And she was 16. Yeah.
So you could not do that. It would be a completely
No.
different movie.
What about Ghost? Could you reboot Ghost?
I mean, you could. I was going to.
Yeah, you could. I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I think a modern version of Ghost might be cool. I think that you could do that. I think that right now what is missing from cinema is romantic, not comedies, but not older adult, but just adult romance. It's non-existent in movies anymore. You don't have people who are in their early 30s in any sort of romantic movie
But what
like
about
Ghost.
all the Nicholas Sparks movies?
Like what?
Or the Julie Meyer movies. Those are all literally
like what?
just romantic
Like
ones.
what's the Julie Meyer movie?
Oh, like Dear John or whatever with Channing Tatum. Like all those like ones where it's like literally cookie
That was from
cutter.
2009.
Yeah, that doesn't exist anymore,
Hey,
man.
You know, Dear John is the very first movie that Roz and I went to see together.
That's right.
In 2009.
Yeah,
You weren't working
I
with
was
us
there too, right?
No, you weren't,
Oh.
because this was like right when the Roz and Mocha show started.
Yeah.
Over 10 years ago in Toronto.
Yeah.
And they were doing like a press screening.
Yeah.
And that was the very first movie that Roz and I went to see. And we sat beside each other.
Did you hold hands?
Almost.
Almost, yeah.
I was going to say rebooting Wizard of Oz.
No.
You know what? More, I'm with you on that.
I mean, they did do it with Michael Jackson. Didn't they call it Oz or something?
No, The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Yeah. No, did you see Oz the Great and Powerful, whatever, with James Franco?
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Did you see that movie?
No.
I didn't mind that movie.
I like that one,
I thought it was
actually.
okay. I thought it was okay. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm not a huge fan, but it's a really good question of what I would like to see rebooted or what any of us would like to see rebooted.
But I just don't understand
know.
why people need to reboot something. I'm with you on like if
'Cause
you
they
want to see the
work.
movie. No, but if you want to see the movie, see the movie.
No, because they work.
Remember
but it's
when-
disappointing to the original. Like you made this
Not
cinematic
always.
thing.
Not
and-
always. Not
Did,
always.
when they rebooted or redid Karate Kid.
It was awful.
With,
I didn't like it.
Jaden.
Jaden. Yeah,
Jaden Smith.
Jaden
Will
Smith.
Smith's kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was the plan to do more?
I believe so. They
There
were
was,
hoping, they were
right?
hoping to get a franchise out of that.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Again, no.
It's a tough one because you can't put the General Lee in anything.
Oh, 'cause it's racist.
Because it would then take off the Confederate flag off the roof of it,
Yeah.
right? Like you can't.
And that's part of the General Lee.
And then the conversation becomes, you guys rebooted Dukes of Hazzard, but you took the Confederate flag off. Why did you feel that was the right thing to do? And then your whole movie just becomes about that.
Also,
you can't touch
if
it.
you go back and watch Dukes of Hazzard
It's
now,
awful.
Yeah. So first of all, it's awful from back in the day, the 80s.
Yeah.
But so Bo, Luke, and Daisy
Yeah.
were all cousins.
Yeah.
Man, them Duke boys flirted with that girl
Right?
so much. Like, as an adult, when you go back and watch, trust me, like, just go and watch one episode, because I did that
Yes.
like a few years ago, and I was like, these guys are really flirting with their cousin hard.
Right.
And also, every now and then, Uncle Jesse would make a comment about
Yes.
Daisy. And I was like, this is super
Yes,
weird.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. It was very weird.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Titanic. No, you can't redo Titanic.
But I was going to say you could reboot Home Alone and make it modern time where he has like Twitter or Instagram
Can't do
and
Home,
phones.
you couldn't do Home Alone in modern time.
Because he would just call the cops.
No, it would be so easy to just get home and communicate and get everybody, like, it was just, you can't, that's one movie that you cannot do today. It only lives in that time because modern technology would prevent that movie from happening.
True.
That's why
in the movie when she was calling, why didn't she call the house? Did she call the house in Home Alone when she left the kid home?
The power went out.
The power went out. They had no phones.
But does power run phones?
No, but the phone lines went out.
Phone lines went out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they were working on, was the phone lines.
Spoiler alert.
El Mazzuli says chocolate chip cookies, chewy or crispy?
I have a bag of crispy right here.
Where
did you get a cookie from? I
had
shouldn't be
one.
surprised.
I had
I
one.
shouldn't be surprised.
Hey, question.
Yes, sir.
Maurie, aren't you supposed to be on a juice cleanse right now?
Yeah, but this was for science.
What are you talking about?
Like somebody asked a question. I'm just trying to...
Matthew made you do a juice cleanse before your big trip to New York.
I know, it was so expensive too.
It's so funny. Maury's been on a juice. How long have you been on the juice cleanse for now?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Well, minus 2 days.
I don't think it's been 2 weeks. I think it's been a week. You tweeted like a week ago that you were going on a juice cleanse.
Well, I put that through halfway through the juice cleanse. I wanted to make sure it was taking.
Oh, what do you mean? Ew.
That's gross.
Ew. Oh, you're like a kidney. No, but Maurie's husband, Matthew, put him on a juice cleanse, so he forced him to lose weight before they go to New York.
Or I'm not allowed in any pictures.
And it's funny. It's not even that you're going to a beach where you're going to be in a bathing suit. Like, you're going to be freezing cold New York.
I'm going to be in sweaters and puffy jackets.
Yeah, all bundled up. And then all morning today, and then yesterday, Mocha's been catching Maurie cheating on his juice cleanse and taking pictures of him. And anytime Maurie even attempts to do something wrong, Mocha threatens to send the text to his husband with just like a beautiful montage, a collage of Maurie just stuffing his face with cookies.
But I tried bribing Mocha. I'm like, I'll buy coffees for you for a whole week if you just don't send those photos.
Yeah, no, I know. It's so weird. This is the worst time to even think about losing weight. And you know what happens when you do this, right, Maure? It's the same thing that happens all the time. Is you're going to lose a bunch of weight, and then like 98% of the other people who drop weight quickly from some fad diet, you gain back more.
Always.
And you've always been in that situation.
You know what? I started the juice cleanse. I was 153 pounds.
Yeah.
I've been on it for just over a week.
Yeah.
I weighed myself last night. I'm at 152 pounds.
Wow. You lost a pound.
Yeah.
In how long?
Like a week and a half.
A week and a half on your juice cleanse.
A pound, 1 pound.
Right. Then you're
Wow,
gonna
just melting away, huh?
But you see it in my face.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Absolutely not.
Look,
you
I
don't.
stick my neck out.
No,
Just right.
no, you don't.
Every week, you'll see us post on
Chewy or
Instagram.
crispy?
What?
Oh, chewy or crispy?
Oh, chewy.
Thanks, Mom.
Always chewy.
Yeah, always chewy.
Yeah.
Definitely chewy.
All right. At Kiss925 on Instagram. Ask Roz and Mocha. That's where you ask your questions.
Oh, do you
And
dunk
of course,
do you dunk your cookies in milk?
First of all,
No.
who sits around the house as an adult drinking glasses of milk?
Mocha does.
No, I don't.
I thought you drank milk every day.
No, like
you sit down to dinner with a milk?
I drink milk with pasta.
I don't. Do you really? What are you, 5?
Yeah, that's gross.
I mean, old habits die young.
Like sit there with a big glass of milk with your dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
No, I think
that's
like
disgusting.
recently, within the past, I don't know, 6-7 months,
Yeah.
I went to pour milk for a coffee. I poured the milk first. It was a little bit too much. I took a sip, and it was rather refreshing.
Yeah.
That was it. That's not. I'm not sitting around the house drinking milk all day, Maury.
I think it's weird that we as humans drink the milk from another mammal. I think it's odd. I think that if we were to drink milk, shouldn't we be drinking people milk?
No, that's
wouldn't
disgusting.
Is it though?
Yeah.
You think that it's less disgusting to drink the milk from a cow than from a person? Like, we're people. I think it's weird. We're not it's weird to me that we drink the milk of a cow.
If you bought, like, I guess, human milk, you kind of want to know who it's from, I guess.
Do you want to know who the cow is?
Like you want a biography?
Like
on the bag of milk or on the side of the carton?
Like, do you not think that it's weird that we just don't drink human milk?
No, I think it's very weird.
not
But
at
whose
all.
milk would you drink? Would you drink a relative's
No,
milk?
you would buy it.
That's what I mean. And don't you want to know who it's from?
No, you would go to the
But you
store
don't know what
with a
cow
carton.
the
You don't know what
milk's coming
cow
from.
your milk is from.
I know, but there's something nasty about drinking a human's milk and something okay about drinking a cow's milk.
Think of how weird that is right now. Think of
because
how
I
weird
think the
that
cow,
is.
it's meant to be drank. Like otherwise,
Yeah,
like,
by baby cows.
like
Okay, but on the flip side,
Yeah.
right? Why do we eat meat then that comes from an animal and we don't eat human meat?
No. That's different though.
because that's
Different. This is
wow.
This is like milk. Milk is for the nourishment of like the young, right? That's what it's there for. It's to feed babies. That's what milk's there for,
Yes.
right? So what I'm saying is that the humans feed babies,
Yeah.
right? And cows feed babies.
Yeah.
But as you grow up, we stop drinking human milk and we start drinking the cow's milk. It's weird. If we weren't meant to drink human breast milk at all, I would say maybe there's a point to this. But we did it. We did it when we're babies, but then when we grow up, we don't. We go to cow's milk.
it's cheap.
Why not? Why do we not just keep up with human breast milk?
Yeah, but we're not attaching ourselves to the cow. Like I think it's different because it comes it's pasteurized.
No, I'm saying, imagine if the process was the same, Maury, okay? If the process was the same.
As a grown ass man.
Breastfeeding.
You're breastfeeding.
Okay? Like, you don't go to the fridge and there's like a boob on the side. Like,
suckle.
Yeah, no. It would be pasteurized. It would come in cartons. It would just say milk, like all of that stuff.
But I think that there's something to be said. If you went to the corner store and you opened the freezer and it said like human milk, I think that's...
No, it would just be milk. And then it would be cow's milk.
Because you have I guess you have cow's milk, you have sheep's milk, and then when you have boob milk?
But milk would be milk, right?
No, it's
because
just
we're
milk.
humans,
Yeah.
we're adults, right?
Yeah.
It would just be milk, and then you would have cow's milk, goat's milk, sheep's milk, all those other stuff. But milk would just be from humans.
But how would there be like a factory where all these women show up?
Well, that's the part that I haven't figured out yet. Because if we as people...
I mean, it would help the employment issue.
If we as people started drinking human milk, the problem then would be how do you harvest the human milk?
I mean, everyone would be talking to each other. It'd be kind of a cool place to visit. Everyone would be talking to each other, walking up to the machines.
What?
You really have mother issues, man.
Yeah, big time.
Like I picture
Maury's-
women sitting around with the machine attached to them, knitting or reading magazines.
Maury, your mother,
Wow,
your mother issues run so deep that you fantasize about walking into a room where there's hundreds of women pumping breast milk, sitting around talking and knitting. Like, how deep are your mother issues?
Pretty deep.
Okay. At Kiss925 is where you post your questions for Ask Roz and Mocha.
Hold on, I have one more question. Would it come in? Could you get it in chocolate?
Stop.
And as we mentioned at the beginning of the podcast when we were talking to Angela, because she asked, what's the strangest thing that you've witnessed on the streets of Toronto, which is where we do the Roz and Mocha show from. Wherever it is that you listen to this podcast from across the country or even outside of Canada, let us know the next time we post Ask Roz and Mocha what the strangest thing that you've seen on the streets of your city or your town. Let us know where that is and what the strangest thing is so we can go through a bunch of them on a future episode of the podcast. All right?
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Powered by Air Transat. Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.